Perfect.
Basically, the plan is I have Scryfall popped up, and I've set it to be only cards legal and tiny, which in this set is going to be just purely everything of mana value less than 4. Um, there's a few cards in the commander decks that I'll also like tab over when the time is right, presumably after we've gone through these cards. Uh this is going to be reviewing like all of the potentially new Tiny Leaders legal cards in the set. So there's probably going to be a lot of, oh, this is a neat card for a limited environment, or oh, this is neat for standard, maybe.
A lot
So
of commons in the set are not
yeah,
properly going to see play, but best to look at them at least. Point
exactly.
out the ones that have potential.
Yeah. Um, Let me just check to see if there's anybody watching us right now. Yes, there is. Yippee.
Beautiful.
Okay. And of course, let me know if there's any sort of audio errors. I can manually adjust things like how loud I'm coming off or how loud Esper is coming off. And if there's any sort of echo or if you can't see what I'm seeing or whatever, let me know. I'll be checking chat every now and again. Uh, so yeah. So, without further ado, let's get into reviewing these things. So, first up, this is going to be in alphabetical order. Is Abigail Eloquent First Year?
The
So,
2 mana legendary bird bard in white and black. It's a 1/1 with flying first strike lifelink. It's mostly a fine stat line.
yeah.
When it enters, it takes all the abilities from a creature and then gives them flying first strike lifelink.
Yep. So, this is a very interesting card because the immediate thing that people went is, oh, Death's Shadow exists. And Death's
Yeah.
Shadow.
Take Death Shadow, which has a strictly negative ability, and make it into a 13/13 flying first strike lifelink. Which
Might as
is
well put up.
pretty nice.
Yep. This guy. So as long as you have 12 or less life, you can play Death Shadow. It doesn't die to state-based effects, and then you play Abigail and turn it into a 13/13 flying first strike lifelink. Um, there is like some hitches with this game plan. There's not a whole lot in these colors of just beefy lads for the deck to prey upon.
The big creature that can be Enlightened Tutor and Urza Saga for in Phyrexian Dreadnought, its big
Yeah,
downside is an enter trigger, which Abigail
yeah,
doesn't stop. It's kind of similar with cards like Hunted Horror, which is a 2 mana 7/7,
yeah.
where Abigail doesn't stop their enters. It's just abilities that they have on the battlefield.
Yep.
Which it's still very interesting. A 2-cost commander is nice, and in white and black, those are two of our really good colors.
Yes.
I doubt this thing will be meta, of course,
I don't think
but
so
I could see
either.
some silly stuff around specifically Death Shadow and
Yeah.
no, the other one doesn't work. The Scourge of the Skyclaves.
No, that doesn't work
What's different
because
with that one is
yeah.
Scourge has a power and toughness setting ability. If those abilities are removed, it just doesn't have power and toughness
Yep.
and will
However,
immediately die.
this is worth noting. Uh you can target your opponent's netherglyphs or barrowglyphs with Abigail and turn them into
Yep.
0/1s with flying first strike and lifelink.
Yeah, on the flip side of that, the Goyfs also have that power and toughness setting ability, so they would just
Yes.
remain at 1 toughness permanently.
Yep. So that's a pretty neat effect. I think if you were to build this, a lot of reanimation, flicker style effects, as well as just having cards that can go bonk on their own and then just be extra nice if you have Abigail out is probably the way to go.
Yeah.
There was some
I would
yeah.
also expect a deck like this to play Tainted Pact and Lively Dirge to try to set up
Yeah.
the Death Shadow, as well as all the hand attack to try to clear a way for it. Of course, if you're going for the full Death Shadow route, which I think is the most reasonable thing for this card to do.
Yeah, you can also run what is the card? 4/1 ward discard a card. I believe Sunlit Saboteur, maybe?
Yeah, Sunset Saboteur.
Sunset Saboteur.
It's a 4/1 menace ward discard a card. When it attacks, it puts a counter on one of the opponent's creatures.
Yeah, so like
giving
cards
that
like this.
lifelink flying first strike is.
Yeah, it loses menace, but it doesn't need
scary.
menace where it's going.
Yeah.
Another one.
That just means you have two 2-mana creatures that represent 5 power with lifelink all in the air.
Yep. Rotkar's Rakshasa is another example of this.
Yeah, that one being a 2-mana 5/5.
Yep. So there's options for the deck. I think I tried building the deck a little bit. I think it struggles in some regards. If you want to go hard into having some extra options, having a 2-mana 5/5 with flying, lifelink, and first strike is very good. But the problem is the lifelink, because then if you have this running around like turn 3, you're not very likely to be able to get to that 12 life for Death's Shadow in time. So that was kind of the problem that I ran into when building it. There was another very like potentially powerful curve, which is a 4/1 with Defender.
Oh, that was also in Edge of Eternities.
Yes. Yeah. Monoist Sentry. 1 mana 4/1 with Defender. Theoretically, you could curve and say, turn 1 Monoist Sentry, turn 2 Abigail, you now have a 4/1 flying first strike lifelink. It's kind of weak to like any sort of removal, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, despite being in the 2 of the best removal colors, removal is this deck's weakness.
Yeah, I think that's a bit of the problem with it. So, do I think there will probably be some Tiny Leaders decks that will be made out of this? Absolutely. Do I think there will be...
I think some very, very cool decks, some very... maybe weekly Tiny Brawl cool decks.
Yeah.
Probably not something you bring to the league.
Probably not, unless you're okay with losing a bit. Yeah. So, neat card. Right. But, yeah, it's a little owl. Next up is Adept Water Shaper.
This is a 3-mana 3/4 that says your other tapped creatures have indestructible. It's a Merfolk Cleric.
Yeah, this one's kind of interesting.
This one's very, very interesting, especially for the Jeskai Ascendancy decks we've seen, mostly from great Discord member Jesh.
Yep, shout out to Jesh.
But yeah, especially in decks with vehicles where you can tap your creatures whenever you want. This is fairly powerful.
Yes.
But I doubt this will be seeing much actual play. Given that it's both conditional and if Water Shaper dies, they all lose indestructible regardless.
Yeah, it's a weird...
You can play this card, go into combat, attack into a losing combat, but every time you do that, it's very risky. It does pass the Bolt test. It is fairly defensive. But the chances of getting blown out in those situations are really high.
It's kind of comparable to Bastion Protector in a way, where, it'll keep your presumably commander alive, but it has the problem of being 3 mana to do that. Whereas if you want, like, something that stops creatures from killing anything else, Giver of Runes is a good option. It does have the tap effect. That's like the main upside of this Adept Water Shaper is that the tap effect means that you can't use it turn 1. But it's also worth noting the Water Shaper doesn't have like flash or anything. So I don't know.
Yeah, you're not fooling anyone with
You're
it.
not fooling anybody. You're not getting a you're not surprising anybody with it.
I
And
see your
so
Llanowar elves. I
yeah.
know you can tap it.
So I'd probably like in most decks Giver of Runes. And if you want something that is one time but doesn't require oh, is it Selfless Savior? Sure.
Selfless spirit protects the whole board.
Yeah, so there's Selfless Savior, that's like a little guy. Selfless Spirit protects the whole board. Both of those are cheaper than the Adept Water Shaper.
Not to mention Flawless Maneuver being a free effect.
Yeah, also.
So yeah, cool card. Doubt it'll see too much play, but maybe it'll pop up somewhere.
I did. Okay. Yeah. It has the advantage of passing the bolt test, which is not nothing. All of the previous examples can just get bolted. This one can't. But still. Still, it's a weird one. Right. Probably not a lot of play.
Next up, we got our first Planeswalker in the set, a Johnny Outland Chaperone. Johnny is back from Phyrexia.
Yes.
This one is a 3 mana, 3 loyalty Planeswalker with a +1 to make a green and white Kithkin, a -2 to deal 4 to a target tapped creature, and an ultimate -8, which looks at a bunch of cards equal to your life total. You can put like everything from them into play.
Yeah.
That's pretty game winning, but so, 8 is a lot.
Yeah. Especially on a 3 loyalty Planeswalker. Like, you really need to proliferate the heck out of this to go anywhere.
Yeah, that -8 isn't going to be super relevant.
Yeah, -8's not.
Looking at the +1, the +1 here, that's not pretty bad. Good. Yeah, it's almost the grist effect. Making a dude, getting a plus, good thing.
And then -2 is also solid.
Pretty strong. Dealing 4 to a tapped creature. It's not as good as destroying any creature, of course, but removal on a Planeswalker, always a solid effect. 2 isn't a high cost.
This
seems like a
kind of feels like a mono white grist.
Yeah, it's like worst grist, but in mono white.
Yeah.
Also, of course, no, you can't reanimate this like you can grist.
Yeah,
grist has a lot of weird upsides with that first ability, but
has a lot of upsides over a Johnny. I think in mono white.
Yeah,
potentially
some white control deck I could definitely see playing this. If you're in more colors, I think you have enough better options.
Probably.
And there's enough strong mono white commanders with things like either the new Cloud who can go grab any equipment or Felia. That there's not too much of a reason to play this as your commander.
Yeah.
But I could see it pop up sometimes. He's got 2 strong effects, and on a stable board, he can definitely take over.
Yeah. Also, notably, bolt proof, which is something.
True.
By the time that you have priority to cast a bolt, they will have already upticked. So, that's something.
Yeah. You're on to Aquatect's Defenses.
Yes.
This is a 2 mana blue aura that gives it hexproof until end of turn and has flash. Gives it a small buff. Seems like a pretty typical draft common.
Yeah. Like, my first thought is shore up. Like, if you want this effect and you don't want it to be a counterspell, shore up's right there.
Yeah, we've got this effect.
This is nothing to worry about.
Ashling Rekindled.
Our third
this
potential
is a
commander.
Flip card. This is an Is It commander.
Yep.
Legendary creature Elemental Sorcerer for 2 mana. It's a 1/3. It is only red on the front face. When it enters or transforms, you can rummage. Your first main, you can pay a blue and transform it into Ashling Rhymebound, which when it flips and at your first main phase, you add 2 mana of any one color that you can only spend to cast spells with mana value 4 or greater, which is only X spells in this format,
Yes.
and some very weird fuse spells.
I don't see
And then
this.
at your main, you can pay red to
Yeah.
flip it back.
I don't see this doing anything. This is just.
Yeah, this is a fairly mediocre looter mostly.
But if you want looters in the zone, or just even in this colors, I just
play
played
Deck Fading.
against. Yeah, you could play Deck Fading. I just played against Sokka Bold Boomeranger, which does the looting thing you want while also being non-terrible.
Yep.
You know, it grows. It's
Yeah,
probably
don't
gonna
play
die,
Ashling.
but Ashling is just.
I could see
worse.
someone playing it in the main somewhere if they want a weird elemental, but
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Assert Perfection. 2 mana green sorcery. Give your creature +1 power until end of turn, and then it punches something. We have this effect. We don't need this one.
Yep. This is just kind of
We've
draft common.
Yep.
I'm not going to spend much time on it.
Pretty good for limited.
Yep.
Auntie's Sentence. This one's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it is.
So a 2 mana sorcery in black. Target opponent reveals their hand. You can choose a non-land card from it and they remove it. Or discard it, sorry.
Yeah.
Or give -2/-2 until end of turn to a creature.
So
Split card, kind of half a Thoughtseize and SWAT isn't bad. Expensive for it. I would certainly play this if it was 1 mana.
Yeah,
There's
if it was
better
1
stuff
mana,
for 2.
for sure. 2 mana is probably too much because you're competing with, at 2 mana, you're competing with Hint Turok and Long Goodbye. And both of those are just going to be better than this most of the time.
Yeah. Modality's good.
Yeah.
But usually not good enough for bad cards.
Yeah.
All right.
Barbed Bloodletter.
This one is an equipment with flash. When it enters, it equips automatically. We've seen these a couple times. It gives that creature Wither until end of turn, which means it deals damage in the form of -1/-1 counters. It just gives a small buff, +1/+2.
Behold,
it's mostly going to be the actual. Draft common. This is mostly just going to be there to proc other -1/-1 counter synergies, and it doesn't do it well for this format.
Yeah, no. It is there to help round out the draft environment.
Bark of Doran. 2 mana equipment that gives +0/+1. And if equipped creature's toughness is greater than its power, it assigns damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. This one's kind of interesting.
It's kind of interesting, but not really interesting.
Yeah. We've gotten a couple other cards similar enough to this.
Yeah.
You could play it in some deck where you have high toughness creatures. I think one of the Abzan halflings.
Yeah.
If I remember. Mary was a 1/4. You could play it in that deck. Play it with a bunch of other high toughness things.
Yeah.
Kind of acts like +2/+2, but then
even then
it's not a.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a great equipment. You're probably not going to run it.
Vile.
But.
Boggart.
Vile Boggart.
1 mana, 1/1. When it dies, slap a little counter on something.
I could see this one seeing a little play.
Maybe.
Just because that's kind of how goblins are. Little tiny guys who will be annoying when they die. Some Rakdos goblins deck, like Gorenzo, could play this at some point.
Rakdos goblins.
I don't suspect it'll be popular or you'll see it much.
Yeah, there's a chance it'll be somewhere.
But it's kind of an alternative to Mog Fanatic, whatever the one that triggers just when it dies was. It's that sort of guy.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Bitter Bloom Bearer. This is a really interesting one. 2 black, 1/1 flying flash. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life and create a 1/1 blue and black fairy creature token with flying. Immediately, I mean,
So,
it's
yeah, obvious comparison, Bitter Blossom.
Bitter Blossom.
Uh, All-Star from ages past.
Still
Kind of
good.
got power crept out a little bit. Still shows up, still does work sometimes, but you don't see it often. Bitter Bloom Bearer, alternatively, is a creature with flash.
Yeah.
That means that, especially in a blue-black deck, you can hold this up, cast a counter spell. If they don't do anything, flash in the Bitter Bloom Bearer, and
Yeah.
then it can attack immediately, which is pretty great.
I could
It
definitely.
makes, yeah,
Yeah, I could
the
definitely see
fairies it
doing some
makes
nonsense.
still powerful.
Yeah.
I'm testing with this one currently. It's performed really well. It really often gets a two or three for one.
Yep.
In that it's a big enough threat that they have to kill it. It leaves fairies behind. You never tap out. You aren't tapping out to cast it, so it's not like your defense is down turn 2. This one's pretty solid. I think this one's going to see a good deal of play.
Yeah. It's like kind of similar to Orcish Bowmasters in a way. Orcish Bowmasters is obviously like a crazy stupid card.
Yeah.
But
This
if you're
this
probably
kind of
running
works
both.
as 2 mana 2/1/1s, except these ones both have flying.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they also still have to deal with the main body.
Exactly. So overall, solid card. We'll probably see some play. I'm interested to see what happens.
Next one up, Blight Rot. 4 mana black instant, put 4 -1/-1 counters on target creature.
It's a draft common.
Decent alternative to murder for limited.
Yep, it's a draft common.
Draft common.
Draft common.
Right.
That's a reprint. That's also a reprint. Blossom Mind.
Yep. Blood Crypt and Bloom Tender. Both
Blossom
reprints.
Bind.
Blossom Bind. Tapped enchanted 2 mana aura with when it enters, tap enchanted creature. Enchanted creature can't become untapped and can't have counters on it. It's a blue card.
It is a blue card of all time.
The blue limited removal.
It is limited removal.
It kind of works as removal. It doesn't stop the creature from having abilities, so it's not likely to see play here. Especially because blue removal's been getting like kind of good.
Yeah. Play Unable to
with
Scream.
Both. Yep. Unable to Scream, play Witness Protection, play Fresh Start, which is -5/-0, no
Lose all
abilities,
abilities.
and flash.
Yep.
Yeah. Blossoming Defense, that's a reprint. Boggart Curse Crafter. 2 mana 2/3 Goblin Warlock, Death Touch. Whenever another goblin you control dies, this deals 1 to each opponent. Cool card.
Yeah, it could probably do something in like Rakdos Goblins. Possibly Jund Goblin shenanigans.
It's not going to be your best 2 mana goblin in red and black. Because Munitions Expert exists, but seems solid. Probably sees play in Rakdos Goblins.
Yeah.
Deals damage, has Death Touch.
Death Touch is relevant. Speaking of goblins, Boggart Mischief.
Boggart Mischief. This is a Kindred enchantment goblin for 3 mana. When this enters, you may blight 1, which means you put a -1/-1 counter on one of your creatures. If you do, make 2 1/1 red and black goblins. Whenever a goblin you control dies, each opponent loses 1 and you gain 1.
It's all right.
Yeah, seems fine.
Yeah, like I could see it maybe.
When you blight 1, it's already in play. So if you kill a 1/1 goblin with that, get 2 goblins, ping them for 1.
Yeah.
Decent top end.
In the right.
It reminds me a lot of what was the Bastion of Remembrance?
Yeah.
Bastion of Remembrance is all of your creatures, drain them for 1 when they die, and make a 1/1 human. This is very similar to that, but only for goblins.
You get 2 goblins instead of 1 human, which is not nothing.
Yep.
So
also notable that it can kind of work like whatever that Modern Horizons goblin that where you can sack a goblin to ping them for 1.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice that this is a goblin, which means goblin matron and that other one that tutors to the top can grab it. When you need those last points of burn.
Kindred typing's always relevant in delirium style things. This will almost always increase something like Nethergoyf by 2 power.
Yep. I would not be shocked if people who are playing goblins play this card.
Yeah, it seems reasonable. More goblins.
More
Bogart
goblins.
Prankster.
Bogart Prankster.
2 mana, 1/3.
This is
Whenever
a
you attack, target attacking goblin you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn. It's a draft common.
Seems like a draft common.
Yeah, it looks like a draft common to me.
It helps goblins.
Yep.
But just a little bit. Helps you if you're playing goblins.
Embrace. This one is interesting for one reason, and that's Apatra. But 2 mana sorcery. An additional cost to cast a spell. You blight 1 or pay 3. Exile target creature. So if you are
index where blight 1 is a downside, you're not going to consider this. There's so many good options now, especially with anoint with affliction.
Yeah. Anoint with.
Yep. Good old 2 mana exiled target creature in black.
Yeah. And it's an instant. This is a sorcery. So the only deck that would consider this is Hapatra, which is a deck that cares about -1/-1 counters. Even in that deck, I'm probably not running it because 2 mana sorcery that it is not an optional effect, right? You have to blight or pay 3. And so on an empty board, this is 5 mana removal, which is bad. And if you have something that you don't want to remove, or if you have a 1/1 that you don't want to die to get rid of a creature, this is also bad. So sorcery speed removal needs to be better than this, even if it does funny things for your deck.
Draft common.
Draft common. Long-winded way of saying draft common.
Yep. This is a 2 mana sorcery that deals 2 to any target and 1 to another target. I believe we almost have exactly this card. Some arc lightning kind of spell.
Yeah.
It might have been that exactly.
So arc lightning.
It's fine.
No, it's not arc lightning. Is it twin bolts?
No, not twin bolt. I've played it at some point. It's deal 2 to one target, 1 to another target.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
If you can line it up, it being a 2-for-1 is nice. It's not going to line up that well that often.
Yeah, usually don't want to play it, but I don't know.
It can be a shock that deals 1 to the face.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's inefficient for what it is. It's a sorcery.
Yeah.
If you don't get the 2-for-1, it's not going to feel good. Yep.
Brambleback
Probably
Brute.
leave this one here.
3 mana, 4/5 giant.
That's kind of interesting. Giant warrior enters 2 -1/-1 counters. Take a counter of it to make a creature unable to block. So this is actually a 2/3.
This is actually a 3 mana 2/3. That has a fairly irrelevant activated ability.
Yeah, it's expensive and not very good.
Which means it's draft common.
Yeah.
Brigid,
onto another commander. Klocken's Heart. When this enters or transforms, you get a 1/1. At your first main phase, it is a 3 mana, a 3/2 legendary Kithkin warrior. At your first main phase, you can pay green to flip it into Brigid, Dune's Mind, who can tap to add X green or white, where X is the number of other creatures you control. And at your first main, you can pay white to flip it back over.
So it's technically Gaia's Cradle in the command zone, if you think about it and squint really hard.
So true. Yeah, I mean,
the problem
it's a card.
The problem with all of these like flip cards is that and this is something that Esper you actually like didn't realize for a little bit, was you need to get to
I thought the Oko was a lot better than he is.
Yeah. You need to get to your next turn to be even able to transform it. So for the first turn, this is a 3 mana 3/2 that enters with a 1/1, which is not very good.
But that's not commander material.
And then it transforms. And at that point,
then it's a cool effect you can do things with.
Yeah.
But you've already invested 4 mana into it.
Into something that is very, very boltable.
Yep.
So probably not going to see any play unless you want to do a cute little Kithkin deck and don't want
No.
to do the meme thing of getting our lovely, what's his face? Oh boy.
Yeah, you all know
Legendary.
our lovely what's his face.
Yeah, our previous legendary Kithkin. Gaddock Teague. If you don't want to do the funny and play Gaddock Teague.
Get Teague in the zone.
Yeah, Gaddock Teague in the zone.
Yeah.
It's a card. So in a Kithkin typal deck that you're mostly playing for fun, Brigitte is going to be better than Gaddock Teague. And that's where I'll leave it. that is a use case.
Right. This one's kind of interesting.
Brigitte's
3
Command.
mana, Kindred Sorcery Kithkin, Brigitte's Command. Choose 2. Make a token that's a copy of target Kithkin control. That's not too relevant usually.
Yeah.
Target player makes a 1/1 green and white Kithkin. Target creature you control gets +3/+3 until end of turn. And target creature you control fights target creature an opponent controls.
So my immediate
Fight spells
thought
are... Yep.
is to Dromoka's Command.
Yep.
Which is a 2-mana instant that can do the same effect of basically buffing a creature slightly and then fighting, but can also double as protection for against red spells, as well as enchantment removal, which Brigitte's Command just doesn't really do.
Yeah, fight spell is nice. The 2 other modes, the +3/+3 and making a Kithkin, are nice. If you could making a copy of a Kithkin you control relevant, then the spell would be good.
Yeah.
Making a creature and fighting a creature, that's a 2-for-1.
Yeah, but you need a very specific
Kithkin generally aren't good. You're not going to see this one much.
Yeah. However, speaking of Kithkin
outside
that
of
are good,
Bridget decks. No.
Speaking of Kithkin that are good, here's a Bristlebane Battler. This is a 2-mana 6/6 with Trample and Ward 2. But of course, that's not all the text. It enters with 5 -1/-1 counters, so it is technically a 2-mana 1/1 with Trample and Ward 2. Which normally wouldn't be good, except it has the trigger of whenever another creature you control enters while this creature has a -1/-1 counter on it, remove a -1/-1 counter. So it basically will be a small little guy for like 1 turn, and then fairly quickly turn into probably a 3/3 Trample Ward 2, and then the turn after that, a 4/4 or 5/5 Trample with Ward 2. All for 2 mana. So...
yeah, this guy's pretty big.
Yeah, honestly, I think this could see some solid play. Obviously, Hapatra loves this because -1/-1 counter good.
Yeah.
However, I could see this seeing play outside of Hapatra even.
This one reminds me of that Bloomburrow Paw Patch Recruit, where it's a cheap creature in green that's not all that impressive, but if it gets a little bit of work in, a couple spells are cast, it can do a lot.
Yeah.
And this one also having Ward 2 is really annoying.
Ward 2 is...
because that makes it resistant to Bowmaster.
Yes. Especially if you drop this.
You're not just going to play this on turn 2 and it immediately dies.
Exactly. Yeah, you play this on turn 2. Their opponent, if they're on the play, can maybe spend their whole turn to get rid of it. But
cast a lightning bolt, or in the weird case, sometimes they'll have a Shieldred's Edict, but most of the time you can bolt it for 3 mana, and then that's fine.
Yeah, that's a great tempo swing.
They've spent their whole 3 mana to deal with your 2-drop. That's mostly okay. And if they don't, you'll just have a big creature.
Here's a question for you, Esper.
I mean, 6/6.
Yeah.
6/6 trample is bigger than most creatures in play at this point.
I don't think this would see play in Lagrella, but I'm open to be proven wrong.
Yeah, I think this belongs in green creature aggro decks.
Yeah, I think so.
Those have fallen off a bit recently. There's not too many of them. But I could see in some more aggro Slimefoot and Squee even.
Yeah. Yeah,
especially because the curve of Bristlebane onto Slimefoot plus plus a Saproling on 3 pumps this up immediately.
Yep,
And
swing
then
with
follow that with
Slimefoot.
two 2-drops, attack with Slimefoot. This is already a 5/5. This is full size then.
Yeah, yeah. So interesting. I'm interested to see which decks will play it. Now
onto a giant. This is Burden Stoneback, a 2-mana 4/4, and it's with 2 -1/-1 counters. 2 mana, you can remove a counter up from it to give a creature indestructible until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. So they put that last line on this because this is an uncommon for draft.
Yeah, yeah. If this was like 2 mana instant speed, probably still not. If it was 1 mana instant speed, 1, this would be a rare, and 2, it probably still wouldn't be good.
It might be somewhat playable in some decks.
Yeah.
But as it is, Fate only as a sorcery is so annoying on this guy. Yep. This guy does nothing.
Burning Curiosity.
This is a 3 mana. As initial cost, you may blight 1. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. If you blighted, exile 3 cards instead. Till the end of your next turn, you may play those. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's kind of bumping up against cards like Ren's Resolve.
No,
which is 2 mana flip 2.
What's the 3-drop common?
Or even act on Impulse, which is 3 mana flip 3.
No, what's the MH3 common that they printed that's really good?
I don't remember the name of that one.
Okay. Time to go to Scryfall.
But yeah, it's a 3 mana sorcery. It lets you flip 3. You can play them until the end of this turn. For each card you didn't, you make a 0/1 spawn that you can sack for a mana.
This is a legitimately playable card that sees play in decks that really like having impulse draw effects.
Mostly Storm.
Mostly Storm, a little bit in Spider-Man 2099. Glimpse the Impossible is a good card. If we compare it to Burning Curiosity, it's not really good. Like, I don't see why you would play this over like a 2-drop version, like Ren's Resolve.
Not much reason for it.
Yeah.
All right. On to what I think is the big splashy green mythic for Commander.
Yep.
Celestial Reunion. X and a green sorcery. As an additional cost, you choose a creature type and behold 2 creatures of that type. Behold means you select ones on your battlefield or reveal them from your hand. Search your library for a creature card with mana value X or less, reveal it, put into your hand, and shuffle. If you beheld 2 cards of that type, you put it onto the battlefield instead. So this isn't bad.
Yeah.
If it's just a tutor, to grab a 3-drop, you need to pay 4 mana. That's really mediocre. But if you can behold 2 creatures, it's good.
Yeah. But
so for something like green-white humans, maybe it'll just be an alternative on Zenith.
Yeah,
it can grab cards of the other color.
You're looking.
I don't think this plays. Yeah, I don't think this sees too much play, but if you're playing some merfolk or humans.
Yeah, in exactly the correct deck. Yeah, in exactly the right deck, maybe.
Yep. If you're playing a typal deck, it's not bad.
Yeah.
The obvious parallels to Green Sun Zenith and Court of Calling hurt it a bit.
Yeah.
Because you do need to already have things.
We're going to talk about my favorite deck.
Yep. Changeling Wayfinder. Be ready for her to speak on Grist for all changelings.
Yes, that is correct.
3 mana 1/2 changeling. When this enters, you can grab a basic land, put it in your hand, and shuffle.
This is a good card. I like this card a lot.
It's a good card in exactly 1 deck.
Correct, but I like it in that deck. Grist bugs, if you are not aware, I have made a video on it. So
check that video out here on this channel if you haven't.
That will go in depth as to how that deck works. But if you have watched that, one of the things I highlight in that deck is these types of cards. Cards that will go and fetch you a land and put it in your hand, usually. Having this as 3 generic for the deck is going to be very big, because that means that you can play a mono green hand, for example, and get what you need, or more importantly, a mono black hand. If you have 3 mana, but it's only in black, you can still manage to keep that hand if you have a Changeling Wayfinder. This is something that the deck was previously not able to do, and is something the deck would now be able to do. So,
And while we're on changelings, I think let's look at the card 2 forward from this one. Chomping
okay.
Changeling.
Yeah.
This is a 3 mana 1/2 changeling. When this enters, destroy an artifact or enchantment.
Artifact or enchantment
Very
removal.
similarly, this is good for grist, exactly. Grist bugs, exactly.
Yes. Artifact and enchantment removal is very important for the deck, because Disruptor Flute kills the deck.
As does Pithing Needle.
This goes up to 7 ways to answer it main board, I believe, if I remember my math correctly. So I
Seems
like
right.
this card. It's neat. And he's just a little guy, which I love about all changelings in every set.
He does seem to be a squirrel or something.
Yeah, he's like a little weird squirrel creature.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to step back for the Chaos Spewer.
Back to Chaos Spewer.
Spoilers, it's a draft common.
Yeah, this is a draft common. 2 and a red or black for a 5/4 Goblin Warlock. When it enters, you may pay 2. If you don't, blight 2. It's a sizable creature.
Yeah.
You're going to blight one of your creatures when it enters. Yeah.
But why would you ever play it over, like, if you want a big stupid creature, which...
Go play Nethergoyf. It's 1 mana.
Well, yes. But...
Nethergoyf is bigger.
Most of the time, yes. If you really want, at the same price, you can get Rotting Regisaur, which is a 3 mana 7/6 zombie dinosaur. And it has the downside of having to discard a card on your upkeep, which it doesn't like have to sacrifice or anything like that if you don't have any cards to discard.
You just play all your cards and then have a 7/6.
Yeah. So if you want a big stupid guy, play Rotting Regisaur. But if you want a good card,
and play Goyfs.
Play the Goyfs, yeah. And you have to be in red to play this currently. There's a world in which, come, however many months.
It seems like there was enough that this is the set they wanted to see if that would be changed for.
Yeah,
it looks like that's probably not happening.
I imagine, yeah.
WotC was thinking about changing some color identity rules so you could play Chaos Spewer in a red or a black deck. But yeah, you have to be in Rakdos.
Yep. So yeah, right now, if you're in Rakdos, you should also play what's its
Carnage Interpreter.
Carnage Interpreter, yeah.
He discards your hand when he enters.
Oh.
But he's a 5/5 menace and he makes 4 clues.
Yes. 5/5 menace make 4 clues. He's better than 3 mana 5/4 that probably kills one of your creatures. Yeah.
Or makes itself a 3/2.
Or a 3 mana 3/2, yes. Bad card for so many reasons. Cinder Strike.
As an additional cast to cost it, you may blight 1.
Yep.
It deals 2 to a creature. If you did, it deals 4 instead.
As an additional cast to cost it, yep.
It's fine.
It's fine. You probably...
It's kind of an alternative on Strangle, which was a 1 mana deal 3 to a creature or planeswalker. It can deal 4, but it's mostly just worse Flame Slash, and most decks already aren't playing that.
Yeah. More
Seems
or less
like a solid draft common.
Yeah. Clocken Festival.
On to Clocken Festival. Kindred Enchantment Kithkin for 3. When it enters, make 2 1/1 Kithkin. For 5, make a 1/1 Kithkin.
If you like Kithkin,
Feels bored with
play
Kithkin.
this card. Yep.
If you're playing Kithkin.
If you're not playing
It's
Kithkin,
pretty
don't play this
it's
card.
pretty inefficient if you're not doing
Yeah.
specifically Kithkin. Yeah, not great.
Yeah,
You
not
don't need
great.
it.
Creekwood, safe
Onto
right.
Creekwood Safe Right. 2 mana 5/5. It enters with 3 -1/-1 counters. At your end step, if there's an elf in your graveyard and it has a counter, remove a counter.
It exists.
Not terrible.
Yeah.
I've seen worse cards.
Yeah.
Pretty much immediately, if you already have an elf in your graveyard, lots of ways to do that. Most elves don't care to kill themselves, but a lot of opponents care to kill mana dorks on one.
Notably, if this had
So
Menace, it would probably be a good card.
Yeah, I would want this to have a keyword. As it is, it's kind of a 3/3, then 4/4, then 5/5.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad. Mostly just play better cards, though.
Yeah. That is a reprint.
Crib Swap is a reprint. Crossroads Watcher. A 3
mana
3/3 trample, Kithkin Ranger.
A little weasel
when this
creature.
enters, you... Yeah.
Sorry, I'm distracted by a little weevil creature.
When another creature you control enters, it get... Actually, I think this is also a reprint. Isn't this from...
No, it's not.
Oh,
this
no,
is new.
It's just got the new type.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think there was exactly this card in Foundations, but as a human.
Oh, probably.
Whenever another creature you control enters, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn.
Draft common. But it's a cute little
Draft
weasel. Common. It has a cute little weasel, and that's what matters.
It has a weasel hawk, and it has a weasel hawk named Squeakwing, and we can love that, and we also don't need to play it.
We love Squeakwing. If you want to play cute little guy typal, this should go in there.
Petition Wizards for legendary creature Squeakwing.
Yes. Otherwise, don't play it. It's bad.
Onto Dawn Blessed Pennant. It's a 1 mana artifact. When it enters, choose one of the creature types native to Lorwyn.
Yep.
When a permanent you control of the chosen type enters, gain 1 life. To sack it, return a creature card of the chosen type from your graveyard to hand.
It exists.
It's fine.
Yeah, I don't see.
I could see like an elves deck playing this if they want protection from red deck wins.
Yeah, possibly. But there are other. There's even in this set a better elf card that does the same thing.
Yeah, there's largely just better cards than this. Yep. You don't need it.
Dawnhand Dissident.
Dawnhand Dissident. This is a 1 mana 1/2 elf warlock. You can tap it and blight 1 to surveil 1. Tap it and blight 2 to exile a card from a graveyard. Note, blight 2, if you only have Dawnhand, will kill it.
Yep.
During your turn, you may cast creature spells from among cards you own exiled with this creature by removing 3 counters from among creatures you control in addition to paying their other costs.
So it is worth noting
There are
many.
Mostly isn't going to be good.
Yeah. There are many small limitations to this card that would make the card probably a lot better if they didn't have the limitations. One.
Yeah.
It has to be...
Best play pattern I see for this. Play it on 1. Turn 2, you blight 1, surveil 1. You mill a card you want. Turn 2, you play a creature with 3 toughness. Blight 2, exile the card you want. Turn 3, cast the thing.
Yeah. So it has to be, you can only cast a creature from among cards you own exiled, which means that it has to be exiled with Dawnhand Dissident, and it has to be a card you own. So it has to be your own creature, not somebody else's creature. Because of that, it's really limited in its scope. However, that said, it's good in Hapatra.
Hapatra exactly is going to play this. No one else should play this.
Correct. Yes. Dawn Lights Archer. 3 mana 4/2 flash reach. Draft common. Draft common.
This is a green murder kind of draft common.
Draft common.
Onto a kind of interesting card.
Yeah.
Deep Channel Duelist. This is a 2 mana 2/2 merfolk soldier in blue and white. At your end step, untap target merfolk you control. Other merfolk you control get +1/+1. So merfolk historically have either been mono blue or Simic, but in our previous Lorwyn set, they were blue-white, and they have returned that way. Now, we don't have a ton of other blue-white merfolk support, And there's not too many blue-white merfolk commanders, but if you make it work out, this guy's pretty solid. It's a lord that has another positive effect.
It is worth noting for legendary merfolk in the entirety of Magic that are banned, so that is white, blue, and green, it is only Tuvasa the Sunlit, which is not a good merfolk commander.
And also, why is Morska not a merfolk?
Because she had to be a fish.
It's from Ravnica, it has merfolk, and they made it a fish, Vidalcan.
I think the only reason for why Morska is a Vidalcan fish detective instead of a merfolk detective or something like that, because it has all of like the visuals of a merfolk, is they didn't want to have like an actually good Bant merfolk commander. Is my
They don't
theory.
want one of those for us. WotC wants to stop you from playing Bant merfolk and Tiny.
Or in any, like, again, it is worth noting, Tuvasa the Sunlit is the only legendary Bant merfolk in all of Magic right now.
One of my friends was playing Dorevi as their Bant merfolk commander.
Yeah. Yep.
You're so sad.
So,
but
Deep Channel Duelist. Will it do anything here? Probably not.
Unlikely, but solid card if and only if Simic Bant or Azorius Merfolk work.
Yes, correct.
And this would be a card in that deck that's quite good.
This is also true for Deep White Navigator.
Yep, this is a 2-mana 2/2 rare Merfolk wizard. Flash, when it enters, untap each Merfolk you control. If you attack with 3 or more Merfolk, your Merfolk get +1/+0. I think this is honestly worse than Deep Channel Duelist.
It is kind of worse, yeah.
But it's not bad. And Flash is always nice in a blue deck.
Yeah. Dundulin Weaver.
A lot of the same. Dundulin Weaver.
So when it
enters, if you control 3 or more creatures, you get to return a permanent card from your graveyard to your hand.
2-mana 2/1. So, it is interesting.
Yep. Obviously, a lot of parallels to Eternal Witness, both being 2/1s with mostly mediocre creature types. Obviously, humans pretty good, but and they both pick up a card.
Yes.
Eternal Witness can return any card that's not just a permanent, and you also don't need to have 3 other creatures in play, but 1 mana cheaper.
Yeah. The only deck that would consider playing this currently is Lagrella. And even Lagrella...
that's the only creature that both spams enough onto the board and also is looking to have enough longevity that this is sort of a good effect for it.
Yeah, the problem that I have with it is that it doesn't do the Eternal Witness things that I want it to do. Namely, ephemerate loops and being just a card that can get anything back with no restriction.
Yeah.
Dundulin Weaver has the problem of only being good when you have a board state. So it's not good out of a board wipe or if you're playing against a control deck where you would really want to have an Eternal Witness style effect as a 2-for-1. So it has the upside of being hit with Extraction Specialist, which is something. Being 2 mana is not nothing.
It kind of just needs too much to be going right.
Yeah.
To see real play.
Yep.
If it didn't have the control 3 or more creatures clause, you'd be playing it in multiple decks. But it's a little too restricted.
This is a draft uncommon.
Costs. Yep. Hybrid Rakdos. When it enters, look at the top 4. Reveal Goblin, Swamp, or Mountain. Put it into your hand. Rest on bottom. Fine effect. 3 mana is a little too expensive for this format.
I really like the Eclipsed Cycle in anything like in Limited. I think it's a really cool cycle. These are going to be really good cards for Limited. And so there's a full 5 5 creatures that
We
do the
have
same thing.
Rakdos Boggart, which we have the Rakdos one for Goblin, Golgari one for Elf, Izzet one for Elemental, Selesnya one for Kithkin, and Azorius one for Merfolk.
Of those, Boggart and Elf are the most relevant creature types. The Eclipsed Flamekin has the best body, both
Flamekin, they made
stat-wise
one
and
of the
physically.
hybrid mana a single generic, and they removed one of the mana from the Kithkin. Because Kithkin aren't a good creature type anywhere else.
Yep. Eclipsed Realms.
Yeah, 2/3, 3/2, 1/4, 2/1, 2/3. All mostly middling bodies.
Yep.
Yeah. Probably don't play these. Eclipsed Kithkin, maybe, if you want a just 2-mana creature that grabs a land. But there was a 2-mana guy in, was it one of the Innistrad sets? I think it was the werewolf one.
Yeah.
That can just tutor a basic plains, which, that's largely the same thing, but without variance.
Yep. Eclipse Realms. Yep. As it enters, you choose a Lorwyn type. Tap for a colorless or for 1 mana of any color that can only be spent on a spell of chosen type or to activate an ability. In very specific decks that are almost entirely typal based around one of these 8 tribes. Maybe. But even then, you're competing for like City of Brass.
Almost 2 of these. One of them can't do abilities, but
yeah, secluded courtyard.
Yep. If you're doing like a color-heavy typal deck, like 4 color elementals, sure.
Yeah.
But we've got good enough mana that you don't need these.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, because they just don't. This land doesn't cast lightning bolts. Bad.
Yep. Therefore bad. Elder Auntie. 3 mana, 2/2, Goblin Warlock. When it enters, make a 1/1 Goblin.
Draft common.
Draft common. Yep. Maybe if it entered and died, maybe it could do something in some deck, but still is bad.
Encumbered Reach Array. This is a 2-mana 5/4 that enters with 3 counters. When it taps, while it has a -1/-1 counter, remove 1.
It exists.
Not great.
Yeah. It's not great.
It kind of grows.
It kind of sort of grows. Maybe somewhere, but I don't know where.
Yeah. End Blaze Epiphany. Big splashy red spell. X and a red for an instant that deals X to target creature. When it dies, exile a number of cards from the top equal to its power. Then choose a card exiled this way. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that.
I think the funniest thing you could do with it is kill your own absurdly huge power creature. Maybe Chainsaw. If you've gotten enough rev counters on Chainsaw, you could equip for 3 onto a 1/1, then End Blaze for 2, and for 5 mana, you can like flip through half of your deck.
I could see playing this in Tai Wakeen, because you can then play it for 2 mana as a bolt that draws a card.
Yeah, but it's also worth noting. You can only play 1 card that's exiled. It is choose a card exiled this way. So
no, it's +1 card.
Yeah.
It's mana intensive, but it's fine.
Yeah, I don't see it being played anywhere.
Don't play it in most decks. I could see it seeing play in Tai especially. It's okay.
Hey, look, it's a draft common that can't even be played in this format well.
Yeah, when you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater, it deals 2 to each opponent.
So
that's one of the things elementals care about.
Yes.
It's those cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater. That the joke there is evoke makes it cost way less.
Yep.
So you pay 2 for an evoke creature. You get all the effects for casting big things. It's what Beanstalk does, but it's intended this time.
Yeah.
Card's not good here.
Card's not good.
We don't get those. Evershrike's Gift. 1 mana aura, equip creature with +1/+0 and flying. Blight 2, return it from your graveyard to hand, only as a sorcery.
Theoretically.
Probably not good enough for Light Paws.
So
Uh,
Griff's Boon would be the comparison. Griff's Boon is the same thing of give +1/+0 and flying. For 4 mana, you can return it from the graveyard to the battlefield as a sorcery with no restrictions. I don't think Everstrike's Gift is good enough. It goes to hand, and Blighting 2 is not great for Light Paws.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's just It's just mostly a worse Griff Spoon.
Yeah,
It's fine.
It's okay.
I don't think we're gonna see it here.
Yep.
Evolving Wilds, fun
Evolving
card
Wilds.
reprint.
We love
Explosive Prodigy. 2 mana 1/1. When it enters, it deals X to a creature an opponent controls, where X is the number of colors among permanents you control. This is fine.
Yeah.
If you have enough colors among your cards, which is easier because commanders.
Yeah.
Something like play a 2 mana commander and then play this on 3, get a trigger.
Would this?
It's not terrible.
Would this see play in the Jolly Balloon Man is the question.
One of the easy comparison is Flame Tongue Yearling.
Yeah.
Which is a 2 mana 2/1, enters, deals damage equal to its power to target creature, and also has a multi-kicker for counters.
Yeah.
So and Balloon Man doesn't play Flame Tongue Yearling.
Yeah.
It might just be because the Balloon Man pilots haven't seen it.
It might be.
Prodigy, I think, relies too much on your commander living.
Yeah.
This one kind of suffers from getting blown out, where if you cast this, target a thing with 3 toughness because you have a 3-color guy, and then your guy gets bolted, and you deal 1 damage, and it's just awful.
Yeah.
I think this card is just kind of miserable because of that. I'm not going to play this anywhere.
Yep.
But
Spicy Spikeling.
It has some potential.
It's not legal in Grist. Spikeling. Therefore bad.
Therefore bad. It's a 2 mana 2/1. During your turn, it has first strike and it has changeling. Mediocre.
Yep. Figure of Fable.
Figure of Fable. This is a reference to Figure of Destiny.
Yeah.
From the original Lorwyn. This is, instead of Boros, it's Selesnya. It's a 1 mana 1/1 Kithkin. For a Selesnya, it becomes a Kithkin Scout 2/3. 3 mana. If it's a Scout, it becomes a Soldier, power 4/5. If it's a Soldier, it becomes a Kithkin Avatar. It's a 7/8 and protection from your opponents. Not terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Mostly just worse than Hex Drinker.
Yeah.
Which gets to be a first protection from instants instead of just being a 4/5, and then becomes a 6/6 protection from everything.
Yeah.
It's just kind of cheaper and has a better stat line and gets better protection on the way up.
Yep. And can be more incremental.
But,
if you have like a spare mana, you can dump a little bit into Hex Drinker, whereas Figure of Fable...
If you want a second Hex Drinker, that's worse.
Yeah, and it's in Selesnya. And that exists.
Yeah, which is worse.
Burdock Core.
All right.
Changeling!
I don't...
Why is this kindred
artifact a changeling?
It is a Grist.
I don't know what this thing is. It's a manolith that is every creature type and can turn into a 4/4.
It can be played in
Not
Grist.
Playable here. It can be played in Grist.
It can be played in Grist.
It's not gonna be played in Grist because it's not good. But
honestly, it might be played in Grist just because extra mana
it's a
good.
Mana rock, yeah.
It is a mana rock.
It might be played in Grist.
Yeah, more mana
Jury's
good.
out.
It is colorless, so therefore again has the same thing of if you have mana but it's only black, you can use this to get your green mana, which is again something the deck has never been able to do. And also this can get you more mana, and so that's a good thing. It probably will be played in Grist.
Oh no.
More Grist things.
All right. I was wrong. All right, yep. Flame Braider. This is mostly the card Smoke Braider. It's a 2 mana 2/2 that you can add 2 mana only for elementals. Elementals is not a real deck in this format. This will not be seeing play.
Uh,
Unless I am shockingly wrong about how good the elementals have been.
Yep. Theoretically, Skooma has talked about maybe this doing something in Marath, but still probably not.
Yeah, Marath is an elemental. This can cast and activate Marath. That part's
But
nice.
it's not good. It
Yeah.
probably won't see play.
Especially with other cards in the format that make just as much, if not more, mana that's less restricted, like aforementioned Bloom Tender in this set.
Yeah. Yep.
Which, with Marath out, will make 3 mana.
Yep.
And by itself will still make 1 to cast Marath.
I'm Chain Mauler. This is like a really awesome art card on a draft common.
Yeah, it's a 2 mana
2/2.
2/2. Pay 2 gives it +1/+0 menace. The draft commoniest to ever draft common.
Yep. It's not good. Hey, look, it's Flaring Cinder. It's a draft common that's once again not usable in this format.
Yeah, when you cast the things with mana value 4 or greater, you get to rummage.
Yeah.
On a 3-drop.
On a 3-drop.
Not good.
Flitterwing Nuisance.
Flitterwing Nuisance. 1 mana 2/2 Fairy Rogue flying. Enters with a -1/-1 counter, so it's actually a 1/1.
Yep.
3 mana, remove a counter from this creature. When a creature you control deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker this turn, draw a card. This seems really mediocre.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, would a fairy
It's a
deck
1 mana
play
1/1
this?
flying, which is the Yuriko stat line.
Yeah.
And Yuriko can also pick it up later to help it get the counter again so you can draw another card. And Yuriko's also really good at hitting you with a little evasive flyer.
Yeah.
But 3 mana to draw the card is so much.
Yeah. Although it is
this card
worth
is
noting.
Really mediocre.
It is worth noting. You can draw multiple cards off of it if you hit with multiple creatures. Right? It is not whenever this creature deals combat damage. It is whenever a creature deals combat damage.
Whenever a creature.
Yes.
All right. Better than I thought. It's a piracy.
Yes.
I don't know how to read sometimes. Still probably not good. 3 mana
still probably not good.
You mostly want an already dominating board presence when you activate this.
Yeah. It is very commander coded.
Yeah. It's probably fine for limited if you get on like 1-drop, 2-drop, activate, hit them for 2, draw 2 cards. Yep. And this is a 1 mana 2/2, but it's not going to happen here.
He's just a silly little guy.
This is a white changeling with flash and flying, and needs to pick up a creature. We got one of these in Tarkir for 2 mana.
Yep.
In Sun Pearl Kirin, I think was its name.
Yep.
You don't need this one.
It's not in
this guy's fine.
Golgari, therefore bad.
All right. Foraging Flickermaw. We've hit our first Lorwyn Scarecrow.
Yippee!
2 mana 1/3. When it enters, surveil 1. Pay 1 to add 1 of any color. This creature becomes that color. Activate once each turn. Draft Common. Good glue card. Thanks, Draft Commons, for being Draft Commons.
Formidable Speaker. This is a very exciting card and probably the best one in the set.
This card screams Nadu. It's a 3 mana 2/4 elf. When it enters, discard a card, search your library for a creature card, put it into your hand. 1 and tap it to untap another permanent. So what this does is it tutors Nadu, and that can activate immediately to target Nadu the turn after.
Yes. It is worth noting, you don't have to discard like a creature card or anything special. It is just discard a card. It can be get rid of a land to get something else. It will 100% see play in Lagrella, might even see play outside of Lagrella.
I'm definitely going to test this over in Leovold.
Yeah.
In finding Uro and Nadu and thing for combo piece for Nadu and Grist.
Yeah. It's just a good card. And I'm excited to see what happens with it.
Seems very Nadu.
Gangly Stompling.
On to Gangly Stompling.
If you like feet.
3 mana 4/2 Changeling Trample. If you love people who are jelly, who have their feet out in the art, go ahead.
Go ham, I guess.
I don't think I'm going to play this one.
Yeah. I don't think it's good. Ever.
Yeah.
Even if it was legal in Grist, it would not see play.
Yeah. But,
It exists.
It's got art, and that's
Yep.
its best thing.
Speaking of feet,
Giant Fall. 2 mana instant. Choose one, destroy target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls, or destroy an artifact. A braid, but worse.
yeah, it's a braid, but worse.
We also already got an braid, but different in Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
I think the card is Suplex. I don't think there's a good reason to play this. You've already got 2 braids. I don't know what you need the third one for.
It leaves embrace. Look, it's draft common.
Wow, it's draft common. This is a 3 mana aura. It protects the creature and gives it trample. It has flash. Gives it +2/+0.
Yeah.
Very draft common.
So draft common. Glamour Gifter.
Glamour Gifter. 2 mana 1/2 flash flank. When it enters, choose one target creature. Until end of turn, it's a 4/4.
I don't know.
This one's funny.
Yeah. It's interesting.
I really like, I attack you with a guy, you go to trade, my guy's a 4/4 now.
Yeah. Yep.
Honestly, I might test this one in Yuriko.
Maybe. Yeah.
Both. It is a flash, it's blue flash breacher. I can hold up interaction. Flying, I can pick it up for Yuriko.
You can
also
swing.
Yuriko attacks, make it a 4/4.
Yeah.
If
I
they
could
blocked
see it doing things.
Yeah. I'm going to test it in exactly Yuriko. I don't think play it anywhere else, maybe.
Yep.
Maybe Curie?
Glamour Might is...
Because it does set... Yeah.
Pester Might, essentially?
Yeah, it's Pester Might. When enters, choose one, tap a creature or untap a creature, flash flying. If you were playing Splinter Twin somehow in Tiny, go for it.
Go off. Glanalendra Guardian.
This is a 3 mana 3/4 flash flying with the -1/-1 counter. You can remove a counter from it to counter a non-creature spell, and then its controller draws a card.
It's not really, it's not really good.
It's kind of sizable. It only counters non-creature spells for some reason. I don't know why they made it.
And gives a card, so it's not even.
Glanalendra Archmage did that, yeah.
Yeah, card advantage.
I don't know why it gives them a card. Let this 5 mana rare be a 2/1.
Yeah, honestly.
But yeah, we're not going to play that. Gnarlbark Elm, 3 mana 3/4, enters with 2 -1/-1 counters. For 3, remove the counters. Target creature gets -2/-2. Too expensive.
Too expensive. Bad card.
2 payments of 3 mana for like a really mediocre 2/1.
That is a reprint.
Here.
Gold Meadow Nomad.
1 mana 1/2, exile it from your graveyard, make a dude.
Not good.
Mostly a worse Hunted Witness kind of thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of this effect, and they're mostly really mediocre. It's better if you can discard it, and then you can get value, but that's not the payoff you're looking for. 2 mana 1/3 Vigilance Merfolk. When it attacks, you can untap another creature you control. If you do, this creature can't be blocked. Or tap another untapped you control.
Yeah. It's a draft
really
common.
Mediocre.
It's a draft common.
Yeah, I don't even know why this is good in... this one's not even good in draft.
It might not even be good in draft.
Damage.
It is there, so it's mostly there because the Merfolk synergies in the set is about tapping Merfolk. So this is a free tap for Merfolk without having to attack.
Yep.
Great Forest Druid. For all your Tree Folk deck. It's a good card.
Make a mana. Yep, play
Otherwise,
it in,
don't play it.
Doran.
Yep.
Don't
Maybe
play it
Doran.
in most Doran. Play it in Funny Doran.
Yeah, play it in Funny Doran. Yep. Bristle Glutton.
Just play Deathray most of the time.
This is
Bristle Glutton.
Weird Rummaging
like
Goblin.
1 rummage.
Yep.
Not good.
Not good.
It can rummage a couple times, but
Not good.
you don't really need that most of the time.
Rub's Storied Matriarch. This is probably the most playable of the flip cards, but it's still probably not playable.
A 3 mana 2/1 menace. When it enters or transforms, you can pick up a goblin from your graveyard to your hand. Nice effect, automatic 2/1.
Yep.
At your first main phase, you can pay red to flip it. Becomes Grub Notorious Auntie, still a 2/1 menace. When she attacks, you may blight one. If you do, make a tapped attacking token that's a copy of the blighted creature. except at end step you sack that token.
It's interesting.
It reminds me of Delina Wild Mage,
Yeah.
except it only does it once instead of rolling dice.
Yep. If you
It's
want,
fine.
yeah, if you
If
want
you're playing
to,
goblins, if you're playing goblins, I like it.
yeah, if you're playing Rakdos Goblins and don't want to play Krenko, this is a solid commander, I think.
Krenko's not Rakdos, yeah.
Not Krenko, what Grenzo. Yeah.
Grenzo, yeah. But
Um
Auntie on the front giving card advantage and then having a sort of must kill effect on the back is
Yeah.
nice.
It's not nothing.
I think Grub might honestly be our most interesting Rakdos Goblins commander.
Yeah, I think so.
Not that Rakdos Goblins is like a particularly good archetype.
No. Like, you should
But,
probably at that point play
you know, it's
Jund
about.
Goblins, which is semi-real.
Either, yeah, Jund, go up to Slimefoot and Squee.
Yep.
Or just go down to Mono Red and do the turbo stuff. You get to cast 3 drops on turn 1 and you get to moon people.
Heirloom,
which is pretty goblin.
Auntie, it is a draft common. I'm not gonna bother with it.
This is a draft common. This is Hexing Squelcher. This one's interesting.
Hexing Squelcher!
In a 2/2 goblin. Can't be countered. Ward, pay 2 life. Other spells you control can't be countered. Other creatures you control of ward, pay 2 life.
So
this is annoying. This is aimed directly at Leovold.
Yep.
They want to say, you don't counter me. You burn for hitting me. You have to kill me, otherwise you can't counter anyone. And you burn for hitting anyone else.
Yep. The immediate question is, okay, Spider-Punk or Hexing Squelcher? The answer, probably Hexing Squelcher. Spider-Punk can make spells and abilities uncounterable. And damage can't be prevented, which gets rid of Glacial Chasm locks. But otherwise, in most other scenarios, Hexing Squelcher is just better. And so it's a solid sideboard card.
Spider-Punk also has Riot, which can give it haste, which is fairly relevant for some decks, but yeah, Squelcher in most decks I think is better.
It's also worth noting Spider-Punk is counterable, Hexing Squelcher is uncounterable.
Yep.
So
Hexing Squelcher is not getting sternly scolded.
Yes. It's honestly probably going to see a lot of sideboard play in the right decks. It is.
I'm expecting to see this thing brought in against me a lot of times.
Yeah. Yep.
Impolite Entrance. 1 mana, target creature gains trample and haste until end of turn, draw a card. Seems fine.
Yeah.
I think I could see Vivi or Nidier especially playing this sometimes.
Would Stella
that creature gets big, they like 1 mana spells, draw a card, trample.
Would this be a valid win con for Stella Lee?
For which one?
Stella Lee.
Oh, for Stella. I mean, they don't have removal if you sent the combo.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, it's a 1 mana thing that you can cast off a Petal or Spirit Guide.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, might make it into Stella Lee.
Okay.
It being a sorcery is a little sad because you can't just cantrip it off on their turn if you have it in hand.
Yep.
But, you know, give your eyeball haste.
Yeah.
You know, it's got upsides.
Iron Shield Elf.
Oh, Stella Lee does already have Corey's Steel Cutter, which gives both of those.
That is true. Yeah.
That is a 4 mana investment, though, which is a lot more.
Yep.
Iron Shield Elf. 2 mana
discard
elf.
Card.
Discard a card. It's a 3/1. Discard a card. Gains indestructible until end of turn. Tap it.
It's not good.
Not good.
It won't even see play in Standard.
Yeah, burning a card to give it that is not great. This is essentially, this was a card in Amonkhet, but in white.
Yes.
Which was fine. It saw occasional play in like Greasefang Reanimator decks that just wanted to loot. But you're not going to see this one too much.
Out. Either deal 4 damage to target creature or destroy an enchantment for 2 and an instant in white.
I think this is worse the Raven Charm.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not bad.
I don't know.
I've certainly seen worse cards. It has some modality.
But you'd probably play a
I wouldn't be
Gonjo
shocked if it pops up
over
at some
this.
point,
Yeah.
but it's not going to be a card I ever expect to see.
Bale Aspirant. It's bad.
Mana
play it.
2/1 Kithkin. As an additional cost to cast it, behold a Kithkin or pay 2. If a creature enters, it gets +1/+1. Not good.
It's bad. Don't play it. Kinscare Sentry.
Kinscare Sentry. 2
This
mana
is very
2/2
interesting.
first strike lifelink. When it attacks, you put a creature with mana value X from your hand, tapped and attacking into play, where X is the number of attacking creatures.
This will probably see play in Arabella.
Yeah, probably a little bit. So it only does.
Yeah.
I suppose it kind of gives haste.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, I could see this in Arabella. Actually, this is kind of weird and interesting.
First strike lifelink is relevant. That means 2/2s and 1/1s just get smashed.
Yeah, 2/2 first strike is an annoying stat line. Lifelink is some nice upside. I could see it.
Yeah. I don't think it'll see play anywhere else though. But I'm open to being wrong.
Yeah, I don't imagine too many decks are going to play it. All right, Kirill, Attentive First Year, 3 mana 3/3, tap 2 creatures, copy a triggered ability you control, activate only once each turn. Yeah.
It exists.
Not great. I don't imagine you play this in the command zone over something like Balloon Man if you want to do that kind of shenanigans.
The deck that would probably play it, which is more my fun deck than a good deck, is Augusta, Dean of Order. Because it says whenever you attack, untap each creature you control, then tap any number of creatures you control. And so you can copy that triggered ability with Kirill to untap all the creatures you just tapped and get an extra like tap untap shenanigans. And so it's like a pseudo Delmian
shenanigans to be done.
Yeah. The main problem is they were mean and made it so that you can only activate it once each turn, and so you can't go infinite with it.
Yeah, if you had any trigger that made 2 tokens,
yep,
that would immediately go infinite if they didn't add that.
I'm so sad. Why wouldn't you let me just go infinite with a ham sandwich?
Go infinite easy style.
Yeah.
All right. Kolrath Mystic, draft common that doesn't work.
Yep.
Lasting Tarfire. 2 mana enchantment. At your end step, if you put a counter on a creature this turn, deals 2 to each opponent.
I don't
Mostly
see
not great
play.
Decks that want an enchantment that burns the opponent usually aren't bothering with counter stuff.
Maybe in very specifically the right deck, it could possibly see play.
If we see some like Miglaw's Gruul counters pop up as a thing.
Yeah. But overall, not seeing play.
Yeah.
Lorwyn, Imperfect Naturalist.
When it enters, it's a 2 mana 1/3 elf. When it enters, mill 4 cards, put a creature or land from among the milled cards on top of your deck, and then it can cast Worm Harvest, which is 2 Golgari. Tap, discard a land, make a worm for each land in your graveyard.
If you want to make worms, this is the best card to do it.
If you're a Worm Harvest fan, this thing casts Worm Harvest.
Otherwise, don't play it.
Probably don't play it. Yeah, I don't think this is actually doing too much.
Yep.
Especially because it needs a turn in play to actually do that.
Lockmare.
If you're doing full dredge stuff, it's not going to be there.
Lockmare.
Yeah, Lockmare.
Limited Bomb.
2 mana 4/5. Enters with 3 -1/-1 counters. Remove a counter, draw a card. For 2 mana. For 3 mana, remove 2 counters, tap and stun a creature.
Limited Bomb. If you are drafting Lorwyn Eclipsed and you see this card, probably worth grabbing.
Yeah, this seems really good for limited. Does not seem. It seems really slow for this format.
Yeah, maybe if you want to do funny things.
If you play it and then draw a card over 3 turns, and you get like a Reckoner Bankbuster kind of effect with a 4/5 on the end still.
Yeah,
you'll be pretty happy. but I think it's too slow. Reckoner
Yeah.
Bankbuster doesn't see play.
Lissalana Dignitary.
Behold an Elf for pay 2, which is fine. It's a 2
Yeah.
mana 2/3. Add green only if an elf is in your graveyard.
I don't think even Elf Ball would play this. I think there are better options for Elf Ball.
Yeah. Bolting an elf happens pretty often, but I don't think you want your cards to depend on an elf being in the graveyard if you can't set that up.
Yeah.
And I don't think elf decks usually set that up well.
I mean, theoretically, there's a world in which you could play it in Tyvar, but
Yeah. No, I think Tyvar is its best home because
Yeah.
Tyvar has a -2 to mill 3 cards, then return a creature from your graveyard to play. So you can, like, obviously Tyvar puts this into play without beholding an elf, which is kind of
Yeah.
nice. He lets it tap immediately. But a lot of the time you still don't have 2 elves in your graveyard from that.
And there's also probably better elf mana generation. I don't play Elf Ball, so I don't know off the top of my head.
Elves go crazy.
But yeah, elves go crazy. This isn't crazy enough. Hey, look, it's
Lysolana Informant.
Draft Common.
Pretty good limited card.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Meander's Guide.
It's a 3/1 that enters or dies. You get to surveil one. It's nice.
Yeah.
Meander's Guide. 3 mana 3/2. When it attacks, you can tap a merfolk, return a creature card of mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Biggest downside is that it needs other merfolk.
Yep.
If it didn't, this would be a great card.
Yeah.
As it is, it needs merfolk in white to be a thing.
Yep. Which is a big ask. Meek Attack.
We have Sneak Attack now.
Yeah, we have Sneak Attack now.
A 3 mana enchantment. For 2, you can put a creature card with total power and toughness 5 or less from your hand onto the battlefield. Gains haste at end step, sack it.
Unfortunately, it's still bad.
Yeah, I don't know why they made it 2 mana to activate. Probably just because Sneak Attack is busted.
Largely, I think the thing you want to do with this card is like flash in something like an
Tristani
insanely
Summoner,
expensive,
especially, is a 7 mana 1/1 that makes a 2/2, a 3/3, and a 4/4.
Yeah, do something like that. You know,
we're saving 1 mana to kill our creatures here. What are we doing?
Yeah, what are we doing?
This can't put in a Porinoculus. That thing has too much power.
Yeah. Mill 4 cards, return a permanent from among them to your hand. It's Malevolent Rumble, but bad. It is instant speed.
We actually already have almost this card exactly from Bloomburrow, just with some weird squirrel payments. Yeah, cash grab. Which hasn't seen play. Maybe it should see a little, but I doubt we'd want that enough to play Midnight Tilling, because we already have Rumble and Cash Grab.
Mischievous Sneakling. He's
just better.
A weird little guy.
I love this weird little guy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to play him anywhere because he's a 2 mana 2/2 flash changeling with no other text. But he's a weird little guy.
He's a weird little guy. Moonglove
Extractor.
3
mana 2/1. When it attacks, you draw and lose 1 life.
Draft Common.
Yep. Draft Common. You've seen this effect before. They're usually fine. Play Dark Confidant instead.
Or Caustic Bronco if you really want this style of effect. Play the Funny Snores.
Yeah, we love Caustic Bronco. He costs a mana less.
Yeah. Moonlit Lamenter.
3 mana 2/5 Treefolk Cleric. Enters with a -1/-1 counter. You can take that counter off to draw as a sorcery for 2 mana.
It's bad. It's way too expensive.
Yeah, it's not good. 3 mana card. 2 mana to do the thing. Not great.
Not great. Moonshadow. This is very interesting. 1 mana 7/7 menace. Enters with 6 -1/-1 counters on it, and whenever one or more permanent cards are put into your graveyard from anywhere, while this creature has a -1/-1 counter on it, remove a -1/-1 counter from this creature. This will probably see play in the right deck.
One of the things I want to call out immediately here is Varel's Scarstriped. He can remove this creature from his graveyard for 1 mana to get 7 +1/+1 counters.
Which card? Oh,
Varel's the Scarstriped.
Balrog's, yeah.
The Golgari Death Shadow guy.
Yep. Yep, that's pretty cool. Also, Zoo Ifit,
Yep. It returns it with no abilities, so it
which
would just be a
means, yep,
7/7.
just a 7/7. Um, it also seems not terrible in mono black Stompy. Uh, if you have some sort of mill source, it having menace is relevant. Um, it sees play in Patra because it has -1/-1 counters and is not terrible. Um,
Yep.
it isn't super crazy in Abatra, but there are a few cute things you can do with it. Nest of Scarabs in particular is very neat.
Yeah. It reminds me a lot of Stalactite Stalker,
Yeah.
which both sort of grow when things go away. They're
Yes.
menace. They're small creatures that get a bit bigger. Difference
Moon-
is Moonshadow can grow multiple times in a turn,
Yes.
which is nice, but only if a lot of things are going to the graveyard.
Yeah.
And the other is that Stalactite Stalker can kill itself to kill a guy.
Yeah. So it's like a side grade to Stalactite Stalker in the right deck, but then it also has some funny applications.
I might play this in Yuriko.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Just as a 1-mana menace with 1-mana 1/1 menace with reasonable upside. Because
Yeah.
I already play Stalker there.
That's fair.
But I think the Stalker upside matters more for that deck.
Yeah.
But maybe not, actually. This one triggers on the opponent's turn.
Yeah. Morkant's Eyes.
Yeah, we'll have to see how this one develops. Relatively interesting.
Beginning of upkeep, surveil
2-mana
1.
Kindred. Yep.
6 mana sack.
This one also is a Kindred enchantment elf.
Yep. 6 mana sack it.
You can
create 2/2 black and green elves for every elf in your graveyard. It's a draft uncommon.
This is not a draft card. This is a commander card.
Is it a commander card? Okay, that's valid.
This is a commander card.
Okay. Okay.
2-mana enchantments don't do anything in draft. 2-mana do nothing enchantments don't do anything in draft. Play this in commander. Don't play it in draft, probably.
I mean, in a particularly mana intensive in a draft deck that has Moon Tender and such, makes a lot of mana. It could be a decent.
It theoretically
card.
could go well in draft, but I mean, this is a commander card. This is the thing.
Morkant's Loyalist.
This is for EDH people doing elves. Morkant's Loyalist.
3 mana, 3/2. Other elves get +1/+1. When it dies, return another elf from your graveyard to your hand. It's neat. 3 mana is probably a mana too expensive for this effect, honestly.
Yep. This seems like a fine card for limited, maybe even for standard if elves is a deck.
Yeah. I could see
Doesn't
it in commander.
like an eternal card.
But, you know.
Yeah, great for commander, but not here.
Not here. Morning Song Aria. Players can't draw cards or gain life. It's a 3 mana legendary enchantment. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player loses 3 life, searches their library for a card, and puts it into their hand, then shuffles. Immediately.
So this card isn't good, right? Just to be clear, don't play this if you're trying to win.
Yeah.
There's a card called Opposition Agent that says your opponents can't search their library, and you get to search instead. Now, it is really funny. And there's also the card Arlen of the Morn Song.
Yes.
This is kind of based on, and she has basically the same effect.
Yeah, but is on a creature. However, it is worth
noting. But it's on a legendary creature.
That Marlette of the Morn Song has the main problem of being way more removable than Morn Song Aria. So, Morn Song Aria and Opposition Agent is probably a better combo than Marlette of the Morn Song and Opposition Agent, just because the Aria is hard to remove, and so you could play that and then play Opposition Agent. However, it's a bad combo. Don't play it.
Yeah, one option is you play Morn Song, let them tutor once.
Yeah.
Hope they grab something that doesn't matter, or that they can't cast this turn.
Yeah.
Or that doesn't kill Arya. Thought seize them, then play the Opposition Agent.
Yeah. But still,
But you also have to hope they don't just grab enchantment removal.
Yeah. Yeah.
because this card lets them tutor the answer to this card.
Yeah. You could maybe get
Unless
away
you
with
already
it
have opposition.
if you're facing a mono red deck, maybe.
Yeah.
Because they can't get rid of the enchantment.
That doesn't have 2 bolts in play, and that
Yes.
you can also survive the onslaught from them long enough to get the lock in.
Yeah.
While losing 3 life each turn.
Yep.
And unable to gain life.
So it's just...
If you can make the combo work, power to you. Don't play it, though.
Don't play it. But it is really funny. Mudbutt and Curse Tosser is probably the best card of the cycle. So, 1 mana, 2/1.
1 mana, 2/1. Behold a goblin or pay 2 as you cast it. It can't block, and when it dies, destroy a creature an opponent controls with power 2 or less.
This could do something in
goblins. You kind of need a sack outlet for this to make it kill things when you want. If you're just doing Rakdos goblins, attacking this card is pretty nice.
Yeah.
Especially because it makes putting out blockers annoying.
Yeah. It's basically 1 mana, deal 2 every turn.
Yeah.
I could probably see
this fine for
play.
Specifically that deck.
Yeah.
I don't imagine it'll be seeing too much play.
No.
But if Rakdos goblins becomes a thing people want.
Yeah. Mutable Explorer 1. I want to make 2 comments. One, both the main art and the alternate art is just a little guy. And
this guy's
I love
wonderful,
that.
Yeah.
Second, Grist is
Grist.
ramp. It's kind of mid-ramp. Out of all of the ramp that you could be ramping, the previous 2 cards that are going to be like further ramp for Grist, both of those cards generate colored mana, and this is colorless mana. However, it's still probably playable, question mark. There's not a lot of good insights.
Also survives a board wipe to help push that extra little bits of damage in.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah. There's only so many, like, the deck has 39 slots for specifically insects. And so you need to keep in mind...
This guy's going to be better than Wasp of the Bitter End or something.
Yeah. Is this in the top 39 best insects? And the answer is probably. So, this probably sees play.
Not a super high bar.
No, it's not a very high bar at all. It sees play nowhere else.
The best insect.
Moving on.
Yeah, almost nowhere else. I could see something wanting an extra Mutavault, but you could just play Mutavault.
Yeah.
I don't imagine it seeing much.
Nameless Inversion's a reprint. A really cool reprint, though. That's, like, really sick art.
I love that card.
Nameless Inversion, notably, the best insect in Grist. Just because it's a legitimately alright removal spell.
I thought Grist was the best insect in Grit.
Well, yeah.
Next card up here is Noggle Robber. They brought back Noggles.
Noggles,
it's a 3-mana 3/3 Noggle Rogue. When energized, make a treasure. That's a limited card.
Yep. Cool limited card. Is bad. Noggle the Mind. The funniest effect.
2-mana Flash Aura. Enchanted creature loses all abilities and is a colorless Noggle, base power and toughness 1/1.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure we had it's like Eaten by Piranhas, almost exactly this card in the last Ixalan.
Correct.
But this one has a Noggle on it.
Yeah, therefore it could see play.
Yeah.
Just because it's a funny little Noggle.
It's not actually bad. Blue removal is nice. This is a reasonable version of it. It has flash, holds up counterspell, that whole thing.
Oko, Lorwyn Beach. So they were really scared of printing a scary Oko. He's still really hot, though, for people that
especially
like
his alt art. Yeah, he's still got his abs out.
Yeah. For people that like men, this is yet another amazing Oko card. For people that like playing good cards, this is a terrible Oko card.
Yep. Is a 3-mana planeswalker. At the beginning of your first main phase, you can pay green and transform him. He enters with 3 loyalty. +2. 1 creature gains all creature types.
Yep.
Not great.
Not great.
+1. Target creature gets -2, -0 until your next turn.
All right. It's not terrible.
All right, yeah. Protects him a little bit. It's like kind of like Tameo's uptick.
On the backside.
But it does less. When you flip him, he's Oko, Shadowmoor Scion. At your first main phase, you can pay blue to flip him back. -1. Mill 3 cards, put a permanent card from among them into your hand. Decent.
Yep.
Planeswalker ability, draw cards.
Yep.
-3, make 2 3/3 elk.
That's
Decent.
frankly
Make some
good.
bodies.
Yeah. 2 3/3s is nothing to scoff at.
-6, choose a creature type. You get an emblem with creatures you control of the type of +3/+3 vigilance hexproof. Pretty nice.
Yeah.
6 loyalty is a lot for this guy.
So
The big issue, you play a planeswalker for 3 mana,
yep.
and he does nothing. Because both of his front abilities don't impact anything.
And then you kind of
pay another mana, and then you can make elk on your next turn.
It's kind of really bad, unfortunately.
I think his most likely play pattern, play him for 3, uptick. Next turn you flip him, make elk. Those protect him. And then just -3 him, get the card. Don't flip him back. Don't deal with, like, kicking him up twice to get more elk. Just get the card.
Yeah.
Now, over the course of 3 turns, he does make 2 elk and like, ponder.
Yeah. Which is not
big issue. You're protecting a planeswalker to do it.
Yep.
And also you're getting 3 mana into it to do that.
So.
Or 4 mana.
Yeah. Next card is
And if you just cast this guy and then it eats a removal spell or gets hit by the creature that's face up on board.
So bad.
If he gets down below 3 loyalty, he's really bad. If they just have a 3/3 in play, this guy is like uncastable almost.
Yep.
Yeah. Has enough potential to do some things. He's got a kind of nice play pattern for that.
Yeah,
but
not very good.
Yeah.
Personify. So 2 mana instant.
Exile.
Yep. Exile target creature you control. Then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control and create a 1/1 shapeshifter with changeling.
Not a bad flicker.
Yeah. So
in a world where Ephemerate exists, you probably don't play this.
You want to play Ephemerate first, and then probably also play Cloud Shift, which is just 1 mana flicker.
And then there's also Essence Flux, the blue one.
Yeah, I mean, when you get into blue, they printed so many insane flicker cards in 2025 for blue. So like once you get into blue, this is not even in the picture, right? So you have Hide on the Ceiling, which is just a really good card, and is essentially like at worst Personify, but without the changeling, right? So it is just like 2 mana flicker thing. However, it then also can get bigger and just win you the game. Another one is the water healing thing. What's its face?
Couldn't tell you the name.
Waterbender's Restoration. 2 blue, instant lesson. As additional cost, Waterbend X. Meaning that you have to either pay 1 or tap artifacts or creatures. And then you exile X target creatures you control. Return the cards at the end step. So this is, again, like, at worst, Personify without the 1/1. But then at best, blink out your entire board, get a whole shit ton of ETBs. So really good. If you are in blue, Personify is terrible. If you're in white, I could see playing this as the 3rd best option for you.
Yeah.
It is worth noting, well, it's probably the 4th best option because you have Airbender Ascension as well.
Well, you've also got Parting Gust.
That is true. Okay,
which
fifth
is a
best
removal
option.
spell.
For your fifth
Yeah.
best option, if you want a fifth effect, Personify is not terrible.
So mostly don't play it.
Mostly don't play it. However, it's not a bad card.
Yeah.
There's just better
there's
options.
mostly just other things that do it better is its problem.
Prideful
It's not that its
Feastling.
actual effect is bad.
He's a
Yeah,
silly
Prideful
little
Feastling.
guy. I like
love
his
this
face.
He's
Again,
a 3-mana,
don't play him.
2/3 lifelink changeling. That's bad. But he's so silly.
But he's
I
a
love
silly
the
little
whimsy in his
guy.
heart.
Protective response.
We here on the Tiny Leaders Committee love whimsy in creatures.
Yeah, we love little guys. Protective response. Destroy target attacking or blocking creature for a convoke. It is very similar to... Which one is it? Convoke.
Oh, that Selesnya one.
Devouring Light, which is
I
convoke.
was thinking Conclave
exile.
Tribunal, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Exile target attacking or blocking creature. But it has 2 white pips. Yep. So, I don't know. Maybe.
Probably not going to see play.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing a like weird convoke deck. I know some people have been playing with... What's that Selesnya Maze Runner?
Yeah, Emera Soul of the Accord. I know that Skooma was, when they were playing Emera Soul of the Accord, she was playing the Devouring Light. Could possibly also play Protective Response. I'm not 100% sure about that. Exiling is just better than destroying, but I don't know.
Pretty much, yeah.
Otherwise, don't play it. It's bad.
Yeah. Yeah, not a good card unless you're doing something weird.
Puka's Eye.
If you're doing something weird, don't listen to me.
Yep. 2-mana artifact.
Puka's Eye.
Draw a card, then choose a
when
color.
Enters, draw a card.
It becomes that color. And for 3 and tap, draw a card. Activate only if there are 5 colors among permanents you control. It's not good.
I don't think we have much use for this.
Yeah.
There's better draw engines. Like if you're a 5-color deck, you have 5 colors. You don't need to do this.
And then
and also just like our commanders aren't real 5 colors. Yeah. Our commanders are like white with a 5-color ability.
Yep. Also, Arkham's Astrolabe is probably just going to be better for most cases.
Yep.
For if you want that draw effect on an artifact. So, not good. Probably don't play it. But if you want, don't listen to me.
Worse cards exist.
Yeah.
Pyrrhic Strike. There's a 3-mana instant. As an additional cost, you may blight 2. Choose one. If its additional cost was paid, you can choose both. Destroy an artifact or enchantment. Destroy a creature. It's got some text about its mana value, but we don't... Or no, sorry.
Yeah,
destroy a creature with mana value 3 or greater.
Yeah.
I forgot they did that.
Yep. This is not a good card. For many reasons.
This would be good if it was destroy just target creature for this format.
Yeah, if it was 3 or less. I'd probably play it then. Yeah.
But destroying just a 3-drop is a little limiting.
It's not happening.
Yeah. Destroy an artifact or enchantment. That's good. A lot of decks play one or 2 of those at least. Blight 2 is a very real cost. Yeah.
Reckless
this probably ain't it.
2-mana instant. Target creature gets +3/+2 until end of turn and create a treasure token. It doesn't give
limited
trample.
Combat trick.
Yeah, it's a limited combat trick. If it gave trample, maybe. But
yeah. Even then, I doubt it.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. The Reluctant Downguard. So 3-mana 4/4 enters with 2 -1/-1 counters. And when another creature you control dies while this has a counter, remove a counter from it.
Limited card.
Limited card. Requiting Hex. 1-mana instant. As an additional cost, you may blight 1. Destroy target creature with mana value 2 or less. If you blighted 1, gain 2 life.
This is
awesome. Card is good.
Yeah, this is awesome in Hapatra. where the blight
Yeah.
cost is pure upside.
Yeah. So the obvious
is
comparison is Fatal Push, right?
yes,
Fatal Push being the best black removal spell.
yep,
This isn't as good as that because
yes,
Fatal Push with Revolt can kill a 3-drop. This one is very comparable to Cut Down.
yeah,
Both of Cut Down destroying something with total power and toughness 5 or less. These can kill a similar amount of things. There's a lot of like DRC will get hit by this. It won't hit
yeah.
Slimefoot and Squee, but neither will. This one misses things like Lagrella, another 2/3s, or like 2/1s, 2/3s, 3/2s for 3 mana. But also the ability to just gain 2 life into an aggro deck is really nice.
Yeah, the other comparison
If they're
would
spending a
be,
card to bolt you, this is kind of a 2-for-1.
yeah. Another consideration would be Blood Chief's Thirst. Blood Chief's Thirst destroys a creature or planeswalker with mana cost 2 or less. However, it is sorcery, but it does have kicker for 3 to just destroy anything. So it is 4 mana, destroy 3-drop, 1 mana, sorcery, destroy a creature or planeswalker of 2 or less.
Yep. Yeah, this one seems very solid. I'm going to be playing this one a lot, I'm sure, here in the future.
Yeah, would this see play in Mathis?
Probably.
Really?
I'm probably going to put this in over. I added Unholy Heat recently.
Sure. Yeah. I could see that.
I've cut it at points. It's been in and out.
Yeah.
But I wanted another 1 mana good removal spell that can hit things like Light Paws on this on the before the aura resolves. This does that also, and also is good into red.
Yeah. Wretched Wretch.
I'm not sure if I play it in Leovold. Would probably be in the actual cut down slot. I'll have to see how well I think it plays, but
yeah.
No, this is a solid card.
Wretched Wretch.
Wretched Wretch. 3 mana 4/2. If it dies, if it had a counter, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control, and it loses all abilities.
This is a bad card, but if you like, for whatever reason, slimy guys, this is one of the slimier guys you could get.
He's very slimy.
Very slimy.
If you like guys with persist but don't like persist comboing, he does the thing. He kind of has persist.
Well, so it's worth noting it needs to have a -1/-1 counter on it to return it.
Oh wait, yeah, it's persist in reverse.
It's reverse persist.
Yeah, no, you need to put a counter on it. Never mind, this is bad. Don't
yeah, but if you like slimy guys,
if you like slimy guys, you go Slimefoot. All right.
Reese the Evermore.
All right.
2 mana, 2/2 flash.
2 mana.
When it enters, another target creature you control gains persist until end of turn. And for a white and tapping and removing, you remove any number of counters from target creature you control. Activate only as a sorcery. This is interesting.
Not great. It kind of works as a protection spell, or when one of your guys is gonna die, you jump it in, and then you can rip all its counters off.
But
it doesn't keep persist.
Samwise, the Stout-Hearted, is kind of the most immediate comparison. Same 2 mana, 2/1 flash. It returns a permanent in the graveyard that was put there from the battlefield to your hand. And then
Samwise can pick up fetch lands.
Yeah, that's the main advantage. So
yeah. And this guy also just
technically Reese does
he's got a slightly bigger body, but
yeah, and it's to the battlefield, not to hand, which is not nothing.
Yeah,
probably still not good. And it's not like a proper flicker effect for something like Lagrella. So probably not seeing much play anywhere. But I'm open to be proven wrong.
I don't know who's playing this, but I don't know. Certainly been worse cards.
Yep. Brimefire Torque. 2 mana artifact.
2 mana artifact.
Choose a creature type. Whenever a permanent you control of the chosen type enters, put a charge counter, and you remove 3 charge counters to copy the next instant or sorcery spell you cast. This is a commander card.
This is a commander card.
This is a commander card.
This
Don't
says
play it
I want
here.
you to play a bunch of wizards, and then you can copy your next spell.
Yeah.
And it's all cool and big.
Yep. Don't
Which
play
is
it
not
here.
a tiny thing. This card wants big cards.
Rhymekin Recluse.
Rhymekin Recluse. 3 mana, 3/2. When it enters, return a creature to its owner's hand.
This
Not
is
bad.
This is like mostly bad. You probably would not play this unless, I will say, if you want to play Naban, Dean of Iteration, it's a kind of neat card.
Yeah, he copies wizard abilities.
Yes.
And this guy happens to be a wizard.
Yep. So maybe.
Largely, card is mediocre for the format.
Yes. Yep.
It's got a little bit of silly things, and it's going to be good and limited.
Yep.
But yeah,
Okay.
not so much here.
River Guard's Reflexes. Target creature gets +2/+2 first strike and untap it for 2 mana and an instant in white. It's
That's
a combat trick.
combat trick right there.
Yep, that sure is a limited combat trick. Not good here. Runaway Together.
Runaway Together is a reprint.
This is a very cute
Scout.
art, though. All of the Runaway Together
That's
cards
true.
are very cute, but this one is once again very cute.
We love Runaway Together. It usually shows like two people of different species being in love. I really love. You're never gonna beat the Bloomburrow one though. Where it's just a cute old otter and frog sailing away on a little boat through lily pads.
I really love the Foundations version. Technically, I believe it existed before then.
I think that's Throne of Eldraine originally.
Throne of Eldraine version. Yeah, it's just like a weird little creature.
It's like a giant ogre or troll or something.
But all of the arts are very cute.
Anyway.
Starblade Scout. 2 mana, 2/2.
Limited card.
When enters, mill 2. Limited card. Bad. Don't play it. Scarblade's Malice.
Scarblade's Malice. 1 mana instant. Target creature gets Deathtouch lifelink until end of turn. When it dies, make an elf.
Limited combat.
Maybe in Pauper, but not here.
Yeah.
Scuzzback Scrounger. At your main phase, you may blight 1 if you do make a treasure token. It's a 2 mana, 3/2 goblin. Not great.
It's not great.
If
it was like end step or second main phase or something like that, it might be okay.
Yeah. This isn't efficient at making treasure tokens. It just kind of does it.
Yeah. Seer.
That's
2
a
mana,
reprint.
4 damage to a creature or planeswalker. It is not a reprint.
It's not. You're right.
Technically speaking,
there's just a lot of cards like it.
Yes, technically speaking, we have not had this type of effect before. Practically speaking, we have Flame Slash.
Yep. Deal 4 to a creature or planeswalker. Can't hit a planeswalker. It is an instant. It's not good.
It's not good. Don't play it. If you need your 15th best removal spell, maybe. In mono red. If you're playing a mono red burn deck that doesn't for some reason want to go face, maybe.
Sounds like it doesn't burn.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Yeah.
Shadow Urchin.
3 mana, 3/4 in Rakdos. It's an oof. When it attacks, blight 1. Whenever a creature you control with 1 or more counters dies, exile that many cards from the top of your deck. Until your next end step, you can play those cards.
So this is obviously a callback to the other urchin, Dusk Urchins, which is a 3 mana 4/3. When it attacks or blocks, put a -1/-1 counter, and then when it dies, draw a card for each -1/-1 counter on it. This probably won't see any play. There's a world where maybe it could see play in Hapatra if the hybrid mana change happens.
But as it stands, I don't imagine much once this.
Yeah, I don't think so.
It kind of sacrifices things for cards, which is good, but it doesn't do it well.
Yeah. Shimmerwild's Growth. 2 mana, enchant land, choose a color. Enchanted land to the chosen color, and it adds an additional mana of the chosen color. This isn't
Ramp
good.
spells generally aren't good here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know too much about
This is like Wild Growth.
Sifis. She could play this if she's playing Fertile Ground.
Yeah. I don't know.
But
It's
it's
generally bad.
mostly mediocre.
Good for
I
limited.
don't know how desperate that deck is for these effects, but I don't imagine it's too desperate.
Silver Gill Mentor. Additional cost, behold a merfolk or pay 2. When it enters, create a 1/1 merfolk. And it's a 2/1 merfolk. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Not efficient at it. Make 2 merfolk is fine. But
Silver Gill Peddler.
I don't know what you're doing with 2 merfolk that badly. What you need them for that badly.
Silver Gill Peddler is a draft common. Don't play it.
Yep, it's a lizard.
Sizzling Changeling. Once again, very funny guy.
Funny lizard guy.
Funny lizard. It's a 3-mana 3/2 changeling.
When it dies, you to flip the card until the end of your next turn. You can play it.
It is bad, but very funny.
We love this little guy.
You know what the most annoying thing about this cycle is? Is that the last card in the cycle is a freaking reprint, and it's Graves. It's whatever the heck. Where is he? Oh, where is he? I don't. Okay, give me a sec. Changeling. Graveyard. Grave Shifter. Very cute art, but it's not legal in Tiny and is a reprint and is bad. But if it was 1 less mana, it would be playable in Grist. But it's a reprint, and so that's not how reprints work. But what if they just like made the same guy?
Modern Horizons 1 card.
Yeah. What if they made this guy and they just like power crept it just a little bit?
Just a little bit. Just a crumb for Grist.
Yeah, just a crumb for Grist. Okay. Anyway, Soulbright Seeker. It's a 1-mana 2/1. Beholds an elemental. For a red, target creature gains trample. And then if it's the 3rd time it's resolved, add 4 red. It's weird. Probably not good. There is the land that for 3 mana gives a creature Firebend 4. And that is probably better than this if you want like a burst of mana. But it's like a marginal burst of mana.
I think something has happened to your mic. You've got like a weird buzzing now.
That's not good. Okay.
You sound like a swarm of bees, and I don't know how that happened.
Oh no, I'm bees now.
Grist has gotten you.
Yeah, let me see what I can do. Okay.
I don't know if it sounds like maybe your microphone cable got jostled. But
does this change
I'm really
anything?
I'm still hearing bees. Am I?
Oh. Okay.
Is the stream chat saying anything different?
Chat, do you hear bees? Am I full of bees? Would you tell me if I was full of bees?
Chat, would you let us know?
Nobody's telling me if I'm full of bees or not.
Oh no.
There's no bees. Okay. So I'm not full of bees.
Oh, now you're good.
Oh, okay. Weird.
Okay.
Okay.
Strange.
Sure.
All right.
Bees or not. Okay.
You're fixed. You're not made of bees anymore. All right.
Yippee! I love not being bees.
Reconstituted. All right.
Okay. Soulbright Seeker. Bad, probably.
Yep. Kinda makes 1 mana, but only if you have a lot of mana.
Spiral into Solitude. It's one of the cards of all
that's
time.
a limited pacifism right there.
That's a limited pacifism. Not good here.
Stalactite Dagger. When it enters, make a changeling. It's a 2-mana equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and is changeling. Equipped 2.
Probably awesome and limited. Really bad here.
Yeah, seems fun for limited. Seems I've got a couple commander decks that have done things like that before. With with like Malcolm. Not great.
Sting
Slinger. 3 mana 3/3 Goblin Warrior. 1 tap Blight 1. Deals 2 to each opponent.
It's a draft uncommon.
Yeah, it's like worse Gutter Snipe kinda.
It's worse Gutter Snipe kinda. Summit Sentinel. When it dies, draw a card.
It's a little creature, and if it dies, you draw a card.
It's bad.
Limited card, maybe Pauper playable, not here.
Yeah.
Surly Farrier. 2 mana 2/2, tap, target creature gets +1/+1 and vigilance until end of turn as a sorcery only.
Because I had to put it on there.
Yeah.
It would be too strong if it was instant speed.
Can if things happen in combat. Alright.
Sig's Command.
Not good. 3 mana, Kindred Sorcery Merfolk. Choose 2 of. Make a token that's a copy of a Merfolk. Could be nice if you're a Merfolk deck. Creatures target player controls gain lifelink until end of turn. Target player draws. Tap target creature, put a stun counter on it. I'd be into this if it was an instant.
Yeah.
Because you can in their end step tap all their creatures and draw, or tap a creature and draw.
Yeah.
Or they attack you, draw a card, give all your things lifelink. But as a sorcery, I don't like it.
Yeah.
You kind of need that first effect to be good.
Yep. Sig, Wanderwine Wisdom. 2 mana 2/2. Can't be blocked. When it enters or transforms into Sig, it gains. Target creature gains. Whenever this creature deals combat damage, just draw a card. To
a player
or planeswalker. Yeah. Beginning of first main phase, you can transform it for 1 white into Sig, Wanderbrine Shield. Still a 2/2 that can't be blocked. When it transforms, target creature you control gains protection from each color until your next turn. So it kind of flobbles back and forth between giving protection to a creature, which basically making a creature unblockable.
Is largely just going to make it hard to block, yeah.
Yeah, so make a creature unblockable and draw a card.
So if it's on the back and you flip it back over, you give it unblockable to itself, or it has unblockable, and then you give its card draw effect to itself, which is nice. It's kind of a psychic frog thing going on there.
Yeah.
Other side, it can kind of make another guy unblockable, and it's still 2/2.
It's weird.
It's a little awkward.
If you want to do Azorius Merfolk, this is probably the best card for it.
Yeah, it's probably the best commander for Azorius Merfolk. Still not very good.
Yeah.
It's slow and clunky. It'll draw a card sometimes and push a little bit of damage.
And Mindful First Year. 2 mana 2/2. Each other creature you control has hexproof from each of its colors. And tap target creature you control becomes all colors until end of turn. This is a really interesting card.
Yeah.
I don't think it's playable.
I don't, but if it untaps, it's a Mother of Runes.
Yeah, sort of. But it also doesn't protect itself, right? It is each other creature.
Right. It's a giver of runes, but it also kind of protects them from the colors they have.
Yeah. It's weird.
It's weird and interesting. And unlikely to be playable.
Yeah.
Just because 2 mana is a lot, it can kind of just die to things.
For the Vorthoses out there, Vorthoses suspect that this may or may not be the child of Vraska and Jace. So that's kind of interesting.
Weird. If seeing more of her, if true, probably.
Yep. Taster of Wares. 3 mana, 3/2 Goblin Warlock. When this enters, target opponent reveals X cards from their hand, where X is the number of goblins you control. You choose one of those cards, and they exile it. And if it's an instant or sorcery that's exiled, you can cast it for as long as you control this creature and spend any mana to do so. It's interesting. Probably.
The opponent choosing the cards is a big downside for this
Yeah.
one, because they're not going to give you the lightning bolt you want if they can help it.
Yeah, but like if you have 3 goblins, if you like curve into this with a bunch of goblins, you're probably grabbing their hand, or at least all but one of their cards in their hand, which is
Yeah.
unfortunately going to be their best card.
Gonna be the lightning bolt that you want to steal with this.
Yeah. So it's
I
really,
don't think this card is playable.
yeah, I don't think it is.
It does take a card always, but we've got better
Yeah.
cards to do that. You can play like
Yeah.
Liliana of the Veil.
Yep.
Tend the Sprigs.
Sprigs.
3 mana sorcery, tutor a basic land onto field tapped. If you control 7 or more lands and or tree folk, make a 3/4 tree folk.
It is not good.
Not good here.
Not good here. Thirst for Identity.
Even if you're a tree folk deck, it's not good.
3 mana, draw 3 cards, and discard 2 cards unless you discard a creature card. This is part of the like long running
Thirst for discovery,
cycle.
thirst for discovery.
Meaning, I believe, is one of them. Let's see.
Yeah.
So thirst
There's
for
a bunch of these for artifact, enchantment, and basic land.
Yes.
They're fine usually.
They're fine.
They're somewhat playable sometimes.
Yeah, I've never seen these played. Brain Surge is probably just better.
Yeah, they're not playable in this format in like standard or limited.
Yeah.
Thought-Weft Charge.
Thought-Weft Charge.
Target creature gets +3/+3. If a creature entered under your control this turn, draw a card.
It sure
really
is
nice for limited.
Yeah. Not good here.
That'll be a good card for there. But yeah.
Thought-Weft Lieutenant.
Not
2 mana, 2/2. When this or another Kithkin enters, target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains trample until the end of turn. If you're playing Kithkins, it's neat. But otherwise,
most of us aren't playing many Kithkin in our decks.
Yep.
See, they didn't put Kithkin in Modern Horizons, so
yeah. Timid Shield Bearer.
2 mana, 2/2. For 5 mana, creatures get +1/+1 until end of turn.
Draft common.
Yeah, good limited card.
Tributary Vaulter. 3 mana, 1/2, 1/3 flying. When it becomes tapped, another target merfolk gets +2/+0. See, this is like this plus the other guy would be quite a nice combo in limited, where you could swing with it, then tap down the Tributary Vaulter to give it extra things on the turn it's played. Although then obviously, because this has flying, you then just swing with it every turn and still buff up the unblockable guy. But that's like a limited combo. It's not going to exist anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Tristan Callous
Cultivator. It's a 3 mana 3/4. It's one of those flip cards. Death Touch, enters or transforms. Mill 3. If there's an elf in those, gain 2 life. At your first main, you can pay black to transform him into Tristan Penitent Kohler, still a 3/4 Death Touch. When it transforms, mill 3 cards. Then you can exile an elf from your graveyard. If you do, each opponent loses 2 life.
It's not really good. It's a good
seems
body,
really mediocre, yeah.
But yeah.
Mills a couple cards on both faces. That's value.
Yeah.
Little bit of life drain here and there.
Yeah. Not good. Tweeze, limited removal.
This isn't Shieldred.
Yep. Tweeze, limited removal. 3 mana, deal 3 to any target, and loot. Don't play it ever. Limited. Yep. Twilight Diviner. This one's interesting. 3 mana, 3/3. When this creature enters, surveil 2. And then whenever one or more creatures you control entered, if they entered or were cast from the graveyard, create a token that's a copy of one of them. Only triggering once each turn. I could see
this one is... This isn't going to see regular play for sure.
No, I don't think so. But in, some decks.
Look, I know a lot of people like Upset have been playing Dredge.
Yeah.
If you're doing
Yep.
weird things with Dredge, maybe.
Uh,
Probably not still because it's a 3-drop
yeah,
that
interesting
needs
in
you to do other
Tyvar.
things after still.
Yeah. It's interesting in Tyvar because you can bring back um
Yeah.
bring
Yeah.
back a
Put a
creature
2-drop
and
into
get an
play.
extra copy. And it's an elf.
Yeah.
Um Funnily enough, so a few funny things you can do with this card. Titans, getting a copy of them, they will immediately explode, but it can still happen. So if you escape a Titan, you get another
Yeah.
Titan. Now it explodes, but you get an extra EGB.
Yep.
It's also pretty dang funny with Grist because you bring it back and you get a copy of Grist. Although again, it kind of just explodes, but
Which
it is funny that
doesn't
it
actually do
happens.
anything.
Yeah. So, eh, probably not playable. Maybe playable in specific decks.
Yeah. If you do some, I don't think there's many mass reanimates in this format, but
Yep.
if you can set it up to bring back like this and an eyeball at the same time, you can copy the eyeball because it
Mm-hmm.
sees the eyeball enter still. Uh,
Yeah.
Actually, I believe it clones its no other creatures. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah,
So,
if you could set it up somehow, it might be good. But also, it has to survive the turn cycle to do a thing. If you don't,
um,
unbury. This is
on
a
Berry.
2-mana
Uh,
instant. Choose one of return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand, or 2 creature cards that share a type from your graveyard to your hand.
yes. This is a functional reprint of Raise the Draugr from Kaldheim, which is in turn a marginal upgrade to Return from Extinction from Modern Horizons 1.
Yep.
Either way, they're both bad. All three of
Yeah.
those are
This.
bad, and don't play them.
Yep. Yeah. This card is just kind of mediocre.
Unforgiving Aim. 3 mana instant. Choose one. Destroy a creature with flying, destroy an enchantment, or create an elf. Limited removal.
Limited removal. Broken Wings.
Limited removal.
Unwelcome Sprite. 2-mana Fairy Rogue 2/1. Flying. When you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, surveil 2.
I'm so annoyed that this doesn't have flash.
Yeah.
I'm so
This
angry
card
it
wants
doesn't have
flash
flash.
so badly.
It would be so nice with flash.
And then extra copies would trigger itself. Like,
yeah.
why didn't you do that?
Why didn't that happen?
Was it Wizards? Was it too good?
yeah. If it had flash, it could maybe be playable in a fairy stack. Because it doesn't have
Nerf
flash,
this thing, but not Nado.
it can't be played in a fairy stack.
Yeah. No, this card is just bad as it stands.
Vinebred Brawler. 3 mana, 4/2, must be blocked. And when it attacks, another target elf gets +2/+1. It's a limited uncommon.
That's a limited uncommon right there.
It does
Kinda
things.
sizable.
Yeah.
Virulent Emissary is a 1-mana 1/1 Death Touch Elf Assassin. When a creature you control enters, gain 1 life. This one's kind of fine.
Yeah.
I could see some elf decks playing this for red deck wins.
If you're in weird Soul Sister colors.
Yeah, if you're in Soul Sisters but weird and you're playing like Dina or something.
Yeah.
It's a Soul Sister almost.
Yeah.
It it does the thing.
You could probably see this be played in exactly one deck.
Yep. Yeah, and both in I could see it in that Selesnya payoff to Soul Sisters, whatever the Trellisara.
Yeah.
If someone wants to play Trellisara and Dina, go for it. Most Soul Sisters decks right now are white-black, but
yep.
Hey, you want to play green?
Voracious Tome Skimmer. 3 mana, 2/3 with flying. Whenever you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, you can pay 1 life if you do draw a card. Again, why doesn't this have flash?
Yep.
Even if it had flash, it probably would still be bad.
I don't hate this one as much.
Yeah, it's not
You put it into
terrible.
play and then like misstep their removal spell, draw a card.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they know about it, so you're not going to get
Yeah.
as many counter spells in.
So that's
Like they're just going to
meh.
cast their bolt in your next upkeep or something. So, yeah. Water Brine Preacher.
The
2
the
mana,
less
2
needed
2
need.
Merfolk Cleric. When this becomes tapped,
Yeah.
gain 2 life.
Hey,
Limited
look,
card. But
limited
that art.
card. Yeah, he's a
This guy's
funny guy.
crazy.
Yeah,
This guy's a fucking Gurmag angler. I love this guy.
he's a freak. Yeah. Wander Brine Trapper.
I'd play Magic with that guy.
Yeah, for sure. 1 mana, 2/1. 1 tap. Tap another target untapped creature you control to tap target creature an opponent controls. This is bad.
That's a limited card.
That is a limited card.
That's the
Warren
guy right there.
Torchmaster. 2 mana, 2 2. At the
2
beginning of your turn, you can blight. At the beginning of combat, you can blight 1 to give target creature haste. No, don't play
Not bad.
this. It's not bad. There are better effects.
There's better haste granters in red. We've got like a 2 mana guy with haste that can tap to give a thing haste. But if you need like the 4th best version of this,
yeah, I would play this in Reaper King No More if for whatever reason Wizards decides to change the
Wizards
mana
decides
value.
that we get Reaper King No More.
Yes, exactly. Because there has been a little bit of discussion within the community, not within the committee, of people wanting to get Reaper King No More to be legal in the format.
Reaper King No More. The specific like thing here is that it costs 2 mana aura red, 2 mana aura black, 2 mana aura green. So it's a 6-drop by the current rules of the game.
Yes.
Now, a very close alternative universe could have it being a 3-drop.
Yes. There's not enough reason for us to change how it works to be legal in the format. And so it won't be unless Wizards does something.
Yeah.
There's a world in which we could
We are at this time not considering doing this. But
Weary Farmer.
3 mana, 3/3, end step. If a creature entered under your control, surveil 1.
That is a limited card.
Yep. That's a limited card.
Wild
Only farmlands I need are my own.
2 mana. Counter spell that will either require you to pay 1 mana or blight 2. It's like a weird familiar's ruse.
The classic dispel with set mechanic.
Yeah, basically.
Which, unless something is weird, that's a limited and or standard card.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So that is every card in the set. We will cover the new cards in the Lorwyn Eclipse Commander that are legal. So first up is Ashling the Limitless. 3 mana, 2/3, Elemental Sorcerer. Elemental spells you cast from your hand have evoke 4, and whenever you sacrifice a non-token elemental, create a token that's a copy of it. That token gains haste, and at the beginning of your end step, sacrifice it unless you pay Wooburg. This is the most forced Wooburg ability in all of Magic, probably.
They really wanted to staple a 5-color cost onto this somewhere, but couldn't figure out
so
where.
Bad. Yeah.
So they just let you keep your evoke elementals.
Yeah. This obviously the evoke 4 is just terrible. Why would you ever do that? It would cost more mana than any card would cost normally.
Yeah.
The only way you do it is if there are somehow ways to make the elemental cost less, and then turning it into a generic casting cost could reduce it further than normal. But that's not happening.
Yep.
sacrificing an elemental to create a copy of the elemental and giving it haste. That's not bad. However, there's no one, I don't think there's very many good elementals in the format. And two, you need a sacrifice outlet given that there's no evoke elementals in the format.
Yeah.
So this is a commander card.
One of the 5 color commanders of all time.
Yeah.
It's up there with like Aslask as
This
is a commander card. This is a commander kindred leader that doesn't really work here.
I've played against Aslask a few times in this format. It's not terrible, but there's not enough Eldrazi to make it worth it.
Right, let's say Urtet then.
Sure,
there's
Urtet.
a lot of those guys.
Yep. Then next, so none of, again, Reaper King No More is not legal. We have Oft Nabbed Goat, a very funny commander card. 2 mana, 0/5, 1 mana, draw card, gain control of this creature, and put a -1/-1 counter on it. Only opponents can activate the ability. And when it dies, if it had 1 or more -1/-1 counters on it, its owner draws that many cards, and each other player loses that much life. It's not good in a 1v1 environment, like, ever.
Yeah, the opponent's just not gonna steal.
And then you just have
usually, and then
you just have a 2 mana 0/5.
Just paid 2 mana for a 0/5 that does nothing.
Yeah, or they would like steal it to draw a card and then sacrifice it with some sort of sacrifice outlet.
Yeah.
You're never going to ever get use of this.
You're never gonna get a good deal on the goat.
Yeah. Sinister Gnarlbark. This one's very interesting. It's a 3 mana 0/4. At the beginning of your end step, draw a card and blight 1. So this obviously sees played in Hapatra.
Yeah, it kind of reads a lot like Phyrexian Arena, except it's a creature.
It is worth noting. It is
getting the card in the end step is really nice. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it sees play anywhere other than Hapatra, but I'm willing to be wrong.
Yep, it's a notable card that could do something.
Yeah.
Just unlikely.
Then we got Puka's Covenant, the most commander card ever. 3 mana enchantment. Whenever a creature you control with a counter on it dies, you can return another target permanent card with mana value less than or equal to the number of counters on that creature from your graveyard to your hand. Do this only once each turn. If this was on a creature, maybe. If it has some sort of self-synergy, maybe. It has all of the words and does nothing for this format.
Yeah. Why'd they make it once each turn as well? That just...
I guess so that you can't, like, do a weird infinite combo with it.
Gotta make sure your random crappy 3 mana rare enchantment can't go infinite somehow.
No, I think, like, so theoretically, something like Moon Shadow and then another 1-drop that has a bunch of counters. And then, like, Phyrexian Altar or something.
Yeah.
But
look, if you got a Phyrexian Altar and 2 1-drops that enter with a ton of counters and your 3 mana enchantment, you deserve it.
Yep. Springleaf Parade. 2 mana and X. When it enters, create X 1/1 colorless shapeshifter creature tokens with Changeling. And creature tokens you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color. Oh my god, I so wish that this was a Kindred Changeling enchantment, so it would be good in Grist.
Yeah.
This would be so good in Grist.
The way this is, it's basically just that, whatever that spell was, it just makes X Dryad Arbors.
Yeah, basically.
But, they made it an enchantment instead of a sorcery.
Yeah. It is probably not good.
Doesn't mean much, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a rarer type for Delirium.
3 mana, 2/4. When it enters, put a -1/-1 counter on target creature. And whenever a creature with a -1/-1 counter on it dies, put a land from your hand or graveyard onto the battlefield tapped. The only deck that would ever consider playing this would be Hapatra. And even with Hapatra, it's not really playable.
Yep.
You can
not
kill
doing
things.
that much.
But it's awkward ramp for 3 mana. Wickersmith's Tools, 3 mana. Whenever 1 or more -1/-1 counters are put on a creature, put a charge counter on this artifact, tap for 1 mana of any color, and for 5 mana, tap, sacrifice it, create some scarecrows, equal to the charge counters.
Manolith with upside,
Again, the
but like
only
really
deck
minor
that would
upside.
consider this is Hapatra, and mana rocks are bad in this format. And a 3-mana mana rock is bad in even commander.
You don't play Manoliths.
Yeah, don't do it. Abundant
Countryside. This is basically Ancient Ziggurat. It has 1 mana of any color, only to cast creature spells, but it also can make it colorless, and also 6-tap make a 1/1 changeling.
Yeah.
If you're playing like a 5-color only creatures deck, this is great.
Maybe.
Like modern humans way back when would play Ancient Ziggurat, which is a land that can just make 1 of any color for creatures.
Yep.
But yeah, you don't need to. Mana's good.
And the last 2
cards
you
could just play
here,
instants.
Yeah. The last 2 cards here are for more cards in a cycle they've been slowly rolling out across 2025 and presumably 2026. And both of them are good budget options for Commander, not good here.
Yep, fine budget cards. We are a format with duels and shocks and fetches.
Yep. So, overall, this set does not have a lot for this format. I think really the big wins are it upgrades Hapatra significantly.
Hapatra's the big winner, yeah.
Hapatra wins the most out of every deck. Grist probably wins the second most.
Yep.
Because that's like 3 new playable Grist cards. They're all 3 drops, which is a bit awkward, but that's okay. And then past that, I don't know. I think Moonshadow
Mathis gets. Mathis, I'm playing both Bitterbloom Bearer and the new 1-mana kill spell.
Bitterbloom Bearer is good. Requiting Hex is good. Tinscare
Sentry is reasonable. Hexing Squelcher is gonna make me sad.
Oh yeah, Hexing Squelcher for sure.
But those are the big cards.
Yeah, and then there's like marginal utility here and there in specific decks. Overall, I like the set. Not a lot for
very fun, very fairy tale. I like the return to Lorwyn.
Yeah,
we love getting Magic sets again.
Oh yeah. But overall, that has been our review. The plan is I'm going to start working on a like top 5-ish short for Lorwyn Eclipse, the best card in Lorwyn Eclipse series.
Definitely not going to be Requiting Hex.
Yeah, we'll see. I think I think, it's going to be like a top 5 of like, here's the best cards in Lorwyn Eclipse with some honorable mentions probably.
That's for all the Grist Changelings.
It might be with the Grist Changelings. It might be some Hapatra things. I don't know.
It might be the really slimy guy.
I don't think it'll be the really slimy guy. But yeah, overall, that'll probably be coming out. I mean, I haven't started working on it like at all, but it's a short, so it should only take like a week or so.
Yeah.
And other than that, this is basically like the big mass review. If there's
That's a standard set.
Yeah. If there's anything that we missed, tell us in the comments and tell us we're like stupid and bad. And otherwise, we'll see you around and stay tiny.
Thanks for tuning in. Stay tiny, folks.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Stream has endeth.
All righty. It's a good 3 hours.